Tyler, what happened last session?
Oh, Snake. And something happened between Naïlo, Moxie, and Innie. I don't remember too much. Snake.
That's a good recap. Alright.
Get a sniff.
So, at the moment...
Some crazy stuff happened and they lost the snake.
Where is everybody currently and what is the time is the better question.
I sent Moxie to my bedroom.
Okay, so you're staying in Innie's room. Innie, you're presumably staying downstairs with Sirahi and Pygmy.
I'm in
No,
Moxie's
I'm
room
sta-
currently glowing window together.
I'm going to stay in my bedroom. With
Oh,
Moxie
sure,
at
two of
some
you are
point,
staying upstairs.
but I
I'm
don't think
upstairs
I'm
in my
there
room.
yet.
Cool, so we have
You
moved
think
past
I'm
that
still
evening
downstairs?
relatively drama-free. I'm going to roll and see if it's stained glass or not. This is for the window you broke, by the way. We're trying to figure out if it's stained glass.
It wouldn't open, the window wouldn't open, so there's only one way to go through it.
I think we'll go with yes.
Oh, I mean, it's probably easier to fix. It's like a little jigsaw.
Probably.
Yeah.
You spend
4 hours.
There's just a
4 hours.
Moxie-shaped hole.
From what I gather, it's very much a...
I know, I'm joking. Like, the comedian just...
yeah. I feel like that's more a quicksand-shaped hole. So, yes, you spend the rest of your night putting together the window, and I'll say that I'll make you a sleight of hand check.
Oh, really? I get to actually roll something. That's
Moxie's
cool.
a small tiefling.
So,
Huge, giant. Do I even natural 4 plus probably like 5 or something? So pretty big.
see, this is going to determine whether or not your mendings are good enough to find all the, the
I mean,
actual putting together.
there's definitely like shards on the ground outside that aren't found. There's no doubt
Okay,
about that.
you managed to put together a bit of the window, but given it was broken outwards,
Huge waste of time.
huge waste of time, essentially. And you don't
Yeah.
you maybe put together like one little hammer and scales of tea.
Congrats.
4 hours of work.
Thank you.
But other than that, it's probably quite thin glass as well, which doesn't help because who needs insulation? It's a desert.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Fuck my finger.
Aside from that, what's going on with Siri and Pygmy at the moment is a good question.
I think the better question is what's happening with Innie and Moxie.
I'm still downstairs.
I'm trying to figure out if they're going to be
there.
there. You're staying with Moxie. This is currently the middle of the night. I'll have you know.
Okay.
We haven't come to the morning yet.
Well, they were talking
Oh,
in
we
the
skipped
evening.
the evening.
Do you want to skip? Oh, sure.
It's
No, you
fine.
can talk in the evening. Go ahead.
Fine.
No. Speak now.
I'm not joking.
Moxie's busy choking.
I mean, you hadn't said you wanted to talk. I assumed. You two are free to talk because you're sharing a room.
It's fine.
Okay, so you two sit in awkward silence and then go to sleep. Because why would you talk to someone? I'm guessing that you're not going to be down first like usual.
Probably not. Once I get the scales
Just go
together,
back to
I
our
realize,
study
man, this is so shit. I'm just gonna trance once I get this part finished, and it goes longer than I expect.
There are
so-
scrolls to read in our study. You can read.
I can read.
Okay.
Law documents, no thanks.
I don't think you've looked at his shelves.
No, he also told me not to read his things.
Did he?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Probably because
You
it's
would have
law
been the one
documents.
that said that.
Yeah, I have to keep track of a lot.
Yeah.
You remember specific things NPCs have said to you much better than I do. So, yeah. You stay in that room and get irritated at a window.
What a great night you're having.
Great night. You currently have the snake in your room,
Cool.
so it possibly clatters around a little bit at night, but you'll be fine. Both of your passive perceptions. Moxie's is
Slightly better.
a whole 3 better.
Yeah,
Best in the
slightly better.
party. Yeah,
Moxie's at, what is it now?
16.
Did you increase your wisdom?
Yeah,
It's-
but
10 plus whatever your perception
no,
is.
I didn't increase my wisdom. It was the thing where I forgot to add everything like a couple of weeks ago. I forgot.
So
I
what
did
is it then?
My wisdom is now +2.
So you've got 10 plus 2.
Okay, it'd be
Do you
15.
have
It's the same as Naïlo then. No, I have 14. That's right. My
Do you have
bad.
proficiency in perception?
No.
Then you have 12, which
Oh.
is what I have down.
Okay.
You still
My
have
bad,
highest
my
in the
bad.
party at 14.
Let's go. It's
Only
a plus
two.
1 wisdom mod.
Let's go Arif at 16.
Oh,
Winning.
man.
Not a high bar. Innie's at 9.
Tyler gets shot and he's like,
I'm at 10.
oh, I've got on
Tyler's
shot.
no longer
average.
the worst, though.
Wait, who's
Thank
the worst?
you,
Is it
Innie.
Innie?
Innie.
Innie can be
9.
shot and Innie can be shot and he's like, oh.
Did you forget that you guys broke my finger twice last session?
I mean,
and
that's
just
nothing to do
didn't
with
react?
passive. You're aware of that.
You stared at them do that.
Yeah. That's
1 minute delayed reaction time. Finger
Okay.
breaks. A minute later.
I suppose which room wants to get up first?
I forgot
Okay.
my math.
You want a nightmare?
I want to give myself a nightmare so I can wake
Okay,
up.
so in this night, you're
Mirrors.
really traumatized by these mirrors for some reason. They keep coming back. So you have it's a case where the sky's sort of a mirror, but it's primarily this time focused on the dragon attack.
Oh,
Second dragon attack, to be clear, that you got involved in. Although at one point, tiny snake that you've just recently bought does appear and sit on your shoulders and make vague hissy sounds at you. And Dream Bling actually responds to it being there.
Oh, that's so strange.
In a... I can't remember what Bling's voice sounds like. Give me a second. Tyler, where did that... That reptile is new. It's not Eclipse's because he's far too paranoid for pets. He might have killed his last ones.
Do I recognize this as my pet? In Dream?
You probably have...
Yeah, what
role?
History, I guess.
Oh, it's not quite history. It's trying to figure out...
Would it be insight? Insight would be horrible for me, but it's accurate.
Wisdom saving throw?
Let me gain insight onto this.
A save.
Whatever.
Save yourself,
No, you can make
Tyler.
one of the others. I don't know. What do you think?
Roll a number.
It's a
Yeah,
nightmare.
roll a d20.
Bad.
Bad!
What is it?
5.
That's why it's a nightmare.
Plus-
What is this thing on your shoulders?
Oh, fucking snake. Snake?
Snake it is snake.
I did ignore it, it's fine.
And then, aside from your mild confusion at Snake, your dream goes about as usual.
Yeah.
Although upon waking up, you note that it was different, and you figure out, wait, that was my pet. What?
It's like, my pet was in my dream. I'm gonna go downstairs and interrogate my snake.
You're going to go downstairs. You go downstairs. Snake is currently in the room with Moxie and Innie. If you want to go find them. Do you want to find Snake or make food?
Probably make food first. I can interrogate my snake later.
Okay, you can make a survival check. When you come down, Sirhi perks up at seeing you. She and Pygmy have already eaten. And Sirhi looks over.
Good morning.
Morning. Arif told us to head over to Brigarix today.
Where? I'm sorry.
His cousins.
Alright, thank you.
Apparently, Brigarix got a set of glass figurines that Pygmy can play with.
Glass? Are you sure Pygmy should play with glass figurines of all things?
He sounded confident. I'm sure it's fine.
There's better be some tough glass. God.
Apparently it's Arif's property anyway, so it's really his business if it's broken.
It was more like if the glass does break and the child has broken glass with them.
I think he said he could always make more.
Alright, child's not mine.
But yeah, so we're heading over.
You're heading over now?
Yeah, we were gonna head off early morning. Just wait outside, Pygmy, and she kind of looks over at you. I'm not entirely sure what happened last night, but I thought maybe it'd be best to stay clear of it until you can sort out your internal issues.
Fair enough.
It's generally what we tend to do at the barracks. Give
Alright.
people some space.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Do you know what happened?
Maybe. I might know.
Arif didn't.
I
He was very confused. If you know anything, I think it might help for you to explain.
Yeah, God. I'm so tired. Give me a minute.
Bye!
Bye-bye.
And then she, the two of them bounce off. Loud.
God, the rolls today, it's not with me.
Get good.
7. A solid 7 for food.
You're very tired, and you've got a bit of a headache, I think you indicated.
Probably, yeah.
I suppose if Donna was around, it made sense you might have had some alcohol. So you're just slightly hungover.
A little bit.
And you make food. It's edible, but
This is
you
not
probably drown it out with
a lot of water.
a drink.
Yeah.
A lot of water. I don't know if you made portions for other people. If so,
Just for myself.
just for yourself.
Don't worry.
Do you want to go find the snake now, or wait around?
Have I seen either of these two?
I'm at the moment. They have not come down.
Okay.
You can go up to their room and knock if you want, or else you can wait downstairs.
I want my snake. No, I'll leave it. Oh, can I go for a walk outside? Maybe?
Sure, you can walk around the palace gardens.
Guards. Just inspecting all the
there-
guards.
Do an Innie impression. I mean, Moxie impression.
There are guards around the palace, but at the moment, there's a sort of mini village area where there's a lot of similar-looking houses, although some are spray-painted, some have different decorations. One is a particularly nice cactus collection, and there's just generally mosaics over this area. It's just next to the village, and it seems to be mostly servants and the occasional person who's notably adult royalty walking around.
Okay. Am
at
I already?
this time of
Have I already
morning.
gone to this, or can I take paper and a pencil with me from the?
If you want, do you have it in your inventory? If you don't, you can go and pick some up from our
do not
study,
know.
but you have to go and knock on the door.
I want paper.
Okay, so you go up to knock on that door. That's where you've been staying, maybe? Or are you still in the Moxie's old room?
Probably still here. Probably would have come back to Aerith. The window's broken. I don't want to be 360
Yeah.
no
Okay,
scoped
so,
in my head.
So there's a knocking on your door.
Yes?
It's just me, Tyler. Can I come in and grab something real quick and I'll leave you alone?
I mean, that's not a... You can come in. It's not my prerogative to tell you if you can or can't have
Also, it's
something.
probably Papyrus. Big on.
Opens the door.
Naked.
I forgot! Oh, good morning, Naïlo. Yeah, great to see you.
You woke me up?
I'm sorry. Wait, you woke up. I thought you...
Well, I understand the terminology. It works well enough.
Alright, okay. Well, I'm sorry for disturbing you. Can you pass me a piece of paper and a pencil?
Why?
I want to go draw. And
Do I know where Aerith is?
This is next to Arif's room. You can
Alright,
go
I'm
knock.
gonna point in the direction of his room and cast a message to him.
Do you need line of sight for that?
Nope, you just
Okay.
need to know where they are within 120 feet of
How
you.
does that work then?
You can say, like, a sentence and they can respond in a like manner.
Go on then.
Tyler wants to borrow paper and pencil. Can he?
What? No, it's morning.
Cast it again. Good morning.
Yeah, sure.
You're welcome to it.
Oh, thank you. Yep.
So you take what's probably charcoal and papyrus.
Cool. That's fine.
What's fancy? You can get a quill and ink if you want, but you'd have to take an ink pot with you.
No, I'll just take chocolate.
And then I think you're just heading outside to go draw. What are you wanting to draw? Because there's the palace, there's... you can leave if you want to go to the gate and leave, or else you can just walk around the residential areas.
I'll always walk around the residential areas.
Okay, so you walk around, there's some quite nice scenery.
I don't understand.
Possibly some birds you can see in the sky.
Yes, I'll draw some buttons.
If you've got a bit of food left over from breakfast, you can probably feed some.
Yeah, well, don't think I'll be very happy with it, but it's food.
Yeah. The birds aren't that fuzzy.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Then,
You've
yeah,
got, I
we'll
don't know,
draw.
zebra finches. Okay. Your room. Do you want to wake up? Which of you is waking up first?
Moxie's used to
Okay,
waking up first.
you have a higher passive. That makes sense. You wake up. You're currently sharing a room with Innie. What do you want to do?
She just looks at her, she's like, different room.
I'm probably lying next to you without a shot and keep in mind.
Everyone's so clothed in this house.
This
I
isn't
was
my
asleep, okay? I know I'm still asleep.
This isn't my room. Oh, I broke the window. And then she just leaves.
Okay. By leaves, do you mean you're getting food or I'm leaving the palace leaves?
She just leaves the palace. She's like,
Okay. So you're going on a walk through town
yeah, she's just like,
and disappearing to the middle of nowhere. Cool, cool. We'll come back to you later on your impromptu trip.
never.
Unfortunately, you probably don't wake up for that.
Yeah,
Probably not.
never let Moxie.
Moxie's
Self-check, they might fail.
never let Moxie just wake up and
You're
random
already
person's room. She
asleep, your
always just-
passive is 9, and Moxie's a rogue. I'm not letting you make a check, frankly. You can sneak out with the sleeping log remaining behind. And then you're free to get up. When you get up, Moxie's not there.
I'm gonna walk downstairs and see who's there. Pray
No
that Moxie
one.
is- No one?
Tyler's left, Pygmy and Cyril left, and Moxie's left. Arif and Naïlo are upstairs.
Upstairs.
But you're free to come down about now if you want.
Sure, yeah.
Naïlo comes in.
Naïlo, where's Moxie?
Weren't you talking to him? Staying with him?
Yes, when I went to sleep, she was next to me and now she is gone.
Alright, let me try something. Message. Message. Message.
I'm guessing out of range.
That didn't work. Alright. Moxie, where are you? You've got Innie in a tizzy. He's really worried about you. Sending.
You hear that? You can respond to it. There's long distance telepathy with contact you. You recognise Nola's voice, and that's the message you get. Do you want to respond?
She's just in the street like, because she's never had anyone do this to her before. She's like, she doesn't say anything back, but
Okay,
she's just
you
like,
get no reply.
Well, she's probably run away.
she just,
Is Arif here yet? I assume he's behind Naïlo.
Sure, probably. Comes down, immediately goes to make coffee, but he's in the room. Once he makes himself a drink, he turns around and looks at, and actually notices the two of you are in the room.
What a
naked,
champ.
naked
No, I'm
shirtless man.
dressed now.
Shirtless man.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure Arif's seen men without their shirts on before.
I know, but
Anyway, Arif.
From your expressions, I'm guessing something's wrong.
Well, Moxie's missing and I'm worried, but I think you might want to be more worried than I am.
Oh, I think I should be. I tried contacting her with sending. Maybe you can.
I suppose I should probably do that before I alert the palace guards.
Since I didn't get
You need a dragged bag.
since I didn't get a response, it's possible she passed out in an alleyway somewhere
She better not.
and didn't wake up. She's dead, or she's avoiding us.
I suppose I can ask them if Moxie left of her own accord, in which case it's not really any of our business.
Left without her song sword, though. That's interesting.
Well, it's not like she has access to her song sword, does she, Naïlo?
It's not as if I was keeping it forever.
Harold's going to cast Sending as he starts spellcasting. You get a... this is Arif here. You're able to respond to this. Innie was wondering where you were, if you're passed out in an alley or something. If you've left, have you left voluntarily?
Moxie and Jenny's like,
You've been told you can respond.
Respond, bro.
Mind you don't need to speak to respond. It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
she just absolutely, she's like, and then she just keeps silent again. Why are people invading my brain?
Didn't respond to me. Could just be because we haven't really talked.
Arif, aren't you outlawed from doing that?
Let me roll something. How much damage is that?
I was thinking of that.
You have to, if I slip my mind, so I guess it slipped Arif's as well.
Oh, fuck.
How much damage does the Geo spell do?
60-10.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, that much damage. I think this falls over.
I'm having the best morning.
I'm so glad that Moxie didn't just fucking
It doesn't
reply.
matter.
It doesn't matter if you respond.
I know, but just...
And it
He'll
doesn't
be
do you
fine.
damage.
Did you say 6?
Yeah, 60.
No, I'm alright.
I passed 5.
I was thinking, but then neither of you reacted, so I figured it was fine.
No. Okay, let's see.
You'll be fine.
It's fine. Just a little scratch.
A little bit knocked out, I think, from me.
A little bit dead.
He's not unconscious, but he keels over, coughing up blood. Terrible idea.
Arif, are you okay?
Cure wound 2nd level. Ugh, these ones. 13 health.
He looks slightly better. Although still about halfway wrecked. No idea if she's alive.
At least we know you are.
I'm fine.
Does anyone know where Tyler is?
I'm not contacting him.
I think that's a good idea.
He came by earlier asking for a paper and charcoal. Wanted to draw something, I think. I wasn't paying much attention.
Okay. I'm gonna go get my snake and put a shirt on.
Drink small coffee. So, what, are you concerned that Moxie's injured, or looking primarily at you when you come back down with Snake?
Yeah.
Because one of the situations is, Moxie's gone to other places. Left any of her stuff, or?
I don't think she's taken anything with her, but, you know, she jumped out the window last night and is kind of upset. And I didn't get a chance to talk to her last night. She was asleep when I came back, so it's just...
I suppose I may as well ask now, because it can't do much more harm. What did happen?
Naïlo fucked up, that's what.
An explanation of the events.
Naïlo took Moxie's song sword, which I already warned her. Be careful, because that's going to upset... words. Moxie. And then, do you know how I've constantly been telling Moxie not to let Pygmy touch swords in general? Guess what Naïlo let the kid touch?
I don't do necessarily standard lessons for Moxie. I do a series of tests, I suppose you could call them. No wrong answers to them. Gauging her responses. I wanted to see how she'd respond to someone like herself.
I suppose that's a motivation, but seriously, don't give Pygmy weapons.
I didn't give it to him. He held the handle, I was holding the blade. He wouldn't have been able to get it out of my grip.
You can't tell Moxie not to do something and have everyone repeat her. Everyone pretty much jump her because of what she does, and then proceed to do that with something of hers that you took from her, Naïlo.
Why?
Can you not see how much it's upset her? That's not a punishment, that's cruel.
Cruel? That's cruel.
You might be used to worse, but that doesn't mean it's okay to upset Moxie like that.
Sure.
By your own admission, you recognise that what you went through was fucked up.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean a little less fucked up is suddenly okay.
This test was to gauge if Moxie trusts me or not. When I first met her, I had a bit of a strong reaction to her staring at my song sword. Reason I did that is because when I took her sword, I thought, how would I respond if she took mine from me? I wouldn't care. I trusted her. But she doesn't trust me.
It's not about trust, Naïlo.
Yes, it is.
It's
That's
not.
exactly what it is.
Sounds like better communication could be achieved from both of your ends. Given what you were trying to communicate to her was that trust is present, have you explicitly told her? Do you remember that she comes from a highly questionable group
I've
of
told her I've
individuals?
trusted her numerous times.
Okay, perhaps give an apology. It's not much else you can do at this point.
I don't think I'm cut out for being a mentor.
Naïlo, you'd be a great mentor if you just realise that some of the things you do aren't great. And then proceed to not do them, that would be even better, but...
Care to elaborate further?
From what I've heard, you really seem to have tamed? That seems like that's the wrong word, but I don't know a better word
That is
of it.
definitely the wrong word for sentience.
I don't know what's a better word, though. You can't... No.
I can think of several in several languages.
Yes, well, you're smart, Arif.
I'm educated, it's not quite the same thing.
Okay, well, I'm just not smart is what I'm getting at. Either way, you've definitely helped Moxie a lot, but you just messed up. If you just apologise for messing up, that would be great. To Moxie. Don't think you're going to do that though, are you?
I don't know what I would stand to gain from it, honestly. I mean, I can.
Are you sorry though?
No.
Then don't. It's definitely not going to help.
I'm sorry that you're distraught.
I'm fine, I'm just worried. Just find Moxie, Naïlo.
Gonna have to call off our deal today. It's gonna take
Forgot about that.
everything I've got and then some to find her. Sending to Moxie. Moxie! By the way, this is in Naïlo's mind, so you can't actually hear it, just so you do know. Moxie, please respond. I'm sorry. Innie's really upset. How can I make it up to you? Where are you? I can come find you, I can send Innie after you. Whatever you want. Oh, one doesn't fit in. Whatever you.
Well, I guess there's no response. Got anything?
Nope.
I'm slightly inclined to think she's dead then. Guess I'm getting the palace guards to go sweep up a missing person case.
She might be dead. She's also really fucking stubborn. I can go looking for her. Why am I doing this? She's supposed to want to learn. Whatever. Now I was gonna go out and look for Moxie. Enhance ability on herself. Advantage on perception.
What are you doing?
Sitting in a corner playing with Snake until they get back. I haven't head down to the forge, but oh well.
Yeah, I don't think you've bought it yet, have you? Or have you?
No, we've paid.
Didn't you have a forge day today?
Yes, but Moxie and Naïlo were going to help, and now I'm mildly concerned Moxie might be dead, but Moxie's not dead. But she is missing. It's fine, I'll play with Snake.
I'll probably pass you on the way.
If you want, I can accompany you for forging, but I think it's more a case of you wanting to be here when they're back. I have the day off. Sister's wedding in the evening, so I've got technically time to
It's a
prepare.
really cheap forge, though, and not as high class as your probably is. It's okay, thank you.
His face kind of shutters over, of course, and he goes up to his study. You're coming back from your walk with drawing. You see Naïlo walking out looking... How do you currently look?
She's probably got her usual... I feel like she's got a fairly permanent air of determination in her face. But her usual, like, half-cocked, arrogant smile isn't there. She's scanning around, you can see she's got a blindfold on because it's bright. Even if it is still morning, it's still bright.
Yeah.
I'm never taking that off.
Yeah.
Oh, you woke up properly, you right?
Looking for Moxie,
Moxie's not in the house thing.
and not responding either.
Do you need me to go with you?
If you would.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I can't leave her missing. How long has it been?
Can't have been more than an hour, I suppose.
Okay, yeah.
I'd be surprised if it'd be an hour, honestly.
Then of course, yeah, we'll help you look.
Okay, roll a perception check. If you have if you have proficiency in it, you can give it.
Probably not. Yeah, no.
Then
That
you
is
don't
a-
get advantage.
That is a big number. 21.
Oh, you got it already. 21. Okay. What are you trying to do in the city?
Look from...
No, I'm talking to-
My bad.
Are you skulking around in back alleys, walking around shopping, or what are you doing?
She's kind of just like, I think she was like, in like the back alleys, just like surveying the back alley like areas, seeing like what kind of stuff is there that isn't usually seen to people who just don't go into like the back alley areas, like.
This is the capital of Vitordo. This is, I'm going to say, disappointingly black marketless, so far as you can tell. There's not really homeless people on the streets at all that you can tell. There doesn't seem to be open crime on the street, and you see people who look a bit like they want to avoid crowds, but it's frankly... You could walk around in the streets of Verleba and see the back alleys here are the equivalent of better than the open streets in Verleba, so it's probably not very much of interest.
Disappointing, and she just puts her hood up over like her rags and is just like keeps her head down and just
So you're trying to not be seen?
somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat?
As in, like, she's not like overly being like
Okay.
against the walls, like,
Well, shimmy.
but she, yeah, like I cannot
Okay,
see,
she's
but more
just-
like kind of keeping in more like darker, harder to be seen places. But not, she's not like I must be never be seen again.
Okay, so I'm going to assume you're just avoiding too much notice by general passerbys.
Yeah.
And so acting relatively normal, and you've got your stuff up, so only your eyes are giving away that you're a tiefling. So.
And like occasionally, just like when there's big crowds, just joining big crowds and everything.
So I'm going to assume that's not a stealth check. So over the next hour or two, over the next hour at some point, you do see Moxie. Somewhat on the distance, just at the edge of a crowd.
Gonna go after her somewhat sneakily.
Stealth. You as well? I'm guessing this is a doomed venture with you on the stealth team.
Tyler, like a 6-foot man, like this full armor, clank, clank, clank.
Dirty 20.
7.
I'm going to average that.
I'm so sorry. I've got a +2. It's not horrible.
If you minus 7
halved.
from mine, it would become, still 13, which is higher than Moxie's, and if you added
Yeah.
that 7 onto Tyler's, it would beat the 12.
Okay, so you're not doing anything that ninja-y, but you're stop it, Tyler. Tyler's trying to. He's doing. Oh, that's what the moves Moxie does, only completely awful at it, which he's being super stealthy. So Naïlo, you're just essentially whacking him slightly and getting him to behave.
Hey, stop, back. Fuck off.
Stay here a second.
And the two of you, or just you at the end, go fine in getting towards Moxie without you noticing particularly taking off.
Spot them?
Probably about when they initiate contact with you.
Fucking hell!
That would probably... Yeah, I got big number rolls. So.
Yeah. Because it's against your passive because you're not actively making perception checks.
Naïlo's going to come up behind Moxie.
The moment she just senses Naïlo, she just ducks and sprints.
You haven't done that yet.
Draw Moxie's sword and cast darkness on front of it, creating boom, an area of darkness around the two of them.
Brilliant!
Then grab onto Moxie's shoulder.
Wait, like... an actual
Okay.
shoulder or like...
There's a
Actual
hand
shoulder.
on your shoulder, a sword at one side of your head, and everything is dark.
Moxie, don't run. I know that's what you're going to do. That's why I snuck up on you.
Thaumaturgy turns around and screams. And just
Ow.
like tries to like get her like what do you call it off?
Contested
just
strength checks.
Sprints.
Oh, I have really good strength, let me tell you.
What strength again? Is it?
Need I add that everything just turned dark for no reason? You think this is maybe a Naïlo thing?
Oh, well, fair enough.
11.
6.
She literally just
Sure.
and legs it
In just,
out of the darkness.
I mean, you can't see anything.
She just legs
You
it
crash
forward.
through several people and get to the outside of the darkness. You're running away
full on
from a
sprint.
dark area in the middle of... I think the guards are probably going to go after you. I'm
Do you really want to do this? Because I'm
going to
If I wanna
say
sprint,
that
I can
since you've
sprint.
just ran out of a dark area, you're slightly disorientated and just trying to get away, that it's probably not the hardest thing for them to catch you. You're mostly concerned with not getting caught by Naïlo.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, you do get guards holding your arms behind your back because they're slightly competent in this place.
Sometime rested.
We're taking in for questioning of suspicious activity on the street.
Second,
How strong are these guards?
They have you under grapple.
second Moxie gets away from Naïlo's hand. She's gonna wave her darkness away. Jaunt over. Sorry about this. Shows the ring.
Get the fuck off of me!
Voss. Passes the sword in your direction, even though you're restrained at the moment and can't grab it. You can let go of her. She's just causing minor problems. No fever or anything. You're not my student anymore.
If you say so.
Drops the sword and walks away. Not towards the palace.
Wait, Naïlo, wait.
Tyler trying to damage control.
No,
Moxie's
please.
staring at her sword, which is on the floor in front of her. Naïlo's walking off.
Yes, Tyler?
Please, come on, we can at least speak about this. We can go back.
I have better things to do with my time, Tyler. I have a song to deliver and people to kill. I can't be babysitting.
Well, that might be true.
Now, you all seem to get along fine. Continue to do that.
I mean, you and Arif, you knew him before this. You don't have to continue to teach Moxie. If you...
Yeah, and there's nothing saying I can't visit Arif when I'm doing my own things. Bye.
No, I'd really appreciate if you stayed with us. You're incredibly strong and a valued member of this party, please.
Stroke that ego.
Do you want...
Correct that, Tyler.
It's up to you whether or not you want Michelle to make a persuasion check. Or you can rule it either way without.
Yeah, I don't know if that would warrant a persuasion, to be honest.
Really?
She's just gonna keep on walking.
No, please, what would it take for you to get back?
What do you mean by that? There isn't a single thing you can give me. There's not a single thing I want. Well, things that can be taken, not things that can be given. Tell you what, if you know someone who Shapasha owed a song, then we can talk. Otherwise, no.
Alright. I suppose if this is what you want.
If you do see me around, don't be a stranger. I never really said it, but as a fellow veteran, I did feel slightly comforted having you by my side. Bye, Tyler.
And you leave. And So Naïlo's walked off for heading off out of town, or just
Yeah, out of town. Probably drop a message, final 3rd level spell slot to Aerith, but that's inconsequential at this point.
you
Basically
probably
just telling him where she's going.
get sendings back, but that's something I probably want to sort out later for knowing what now an NPC Naïlo's doing. But aside from that, okay, Naïlo's walked off. Tyler, I'm assuming you want to turn around and see what Moxie's doing now.
Damn.
So you've got your song sword in front of you. You can get it if you want.
I think Moxie just stares at it. And then she just walks away from it.
Where are you walking?
Just the same direction she was trying to run away. She's just wandering again.
So you're wandering the city again.
Wish it aside.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Naïlo's headed off one way. You can turn around and see Moxie's headed off the other way. You can go try and talk to her if you want. Or does Tyler want to head back?
No, I'll go talk to Moxie.
Upset-looking Tyler
Yeah.
comes over to talk to you.
Moxie, just to let you know, Naïlo's left. I think for good. I'll pat you on the back and I'll leave to the palace. Sorry?
Bye, Tyler.
I'm gonna turn around. Was I bye for good? Oh no.
I don't know.
Are you considering coming back?
I don't know.
Maybe because I wasn't involved too much in the situation, I don't really know what happened between you two, but I've already lost one entire party. I don't want to be losing an entire other one, please.
No, I might come back. I just gotta sort out my thoughts.
Alright, I mean, Innie will be happy to see and hear that you're safe, so. I'll head back and I'll see you when I see you. Which I will. You'll be coming back, right?
Don't know when, but potentially.
Well, you know where to find us. What did happen between you two?
A multitude of things.
I mean, I heard roughly what happened, but
Knowing Naïlo's personality, I kind of knew that knowing me as well, our mentorship wasn't gonna last that long.
and how do you know?
Because not that many relationships last that long with me.
You say that, but it doesn't have to be true.
It's not always the other people, Tyler. It's usually me.
Well, if you already know this, do what the rest of us do and adapt and change the people around us.
And I've been trying to do that.
And from what I saw, you made good progress for a while.
But my progress never lasts.
Why do you think that?
Because anyone I wholly trust, I eventually realise that I was just there in their life for a split second, whether for entertainment, for help, or just because they were bored.
Well, if it gives you anything, I don't think of you that way. I think of you as another great party member. And I do appreciate you've been around. So, please do come back to me and Innie, alright?
And then she walks away.
Presumably there's some sort of acknowledgement, and then Moxie goes off to keep thinking. You head back to the palace.
Oh no!
And he's sitting downstairs by himself. Probably looking worried out of his mind.
Oh, I'm playing with snakes.
with Snake, but very worried.
Hi, Innie.
Tyler?
Yeah,
Where's Naïlo?
Naïlo's not
And
coming back. Moxie is coming back and she's alright, she's safe, she's just thinking.
What do you mean Naïlo's not coming back?
Naïlo tried to grab Moxie in the street to try and get her to come back. Naïlo gave the sword back, decided she didn't want to be a mentor anymore, and left. It looked like she was leaving the place.
Oh. That's not right. That can't be true.
No,
No, she'll come back.
it's true.
Naïlo's gonna come back. She has to. I've seen us together again. We've seen Naïlo again. We have to. We have
This
to.
is about the
They've
point you
never
get a
been
vision. It's your previous vision, but does the equivalent of becoming a sort of glass screen that splinters. It fades out, and what's remaining is it shows there's still a conversation with Tim, but it's unclear. You only hear his voice, only see him, and you don't see anyone else who may be there.
Yeah, no. I don't think so. She seemed pretty determined and final about it as well. I tried to talk her out of it. Didn't work. Well, I mean, can't control her.
No, but I didn't expect this.
Yeah, neither did
they'd
I.
be fine.
Maybe they were just too different, but I thought it was going to work out.
After a short while, Arif comes down. He's got his thing over his eyes, as usual, and he's probably brushed his hair in front of his face slightly. You can... Is Moxie coming back, or...?
At some point, apparently.
Nyla's not. Thought you should know.
No, I know.
Tyler told me.
Off on a suicide mission, naturally.
Did Naïlo say where she was going?
After people.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shame. I was hoping to visit Malarium with her. Show the sea.
I'm certain you can still go. I'm going to go see my cousin.
Just to quickly interject, because this would be something we'd have had to discuss after session, but Naïlo would basically say, like, you know, you're free to give them my location, I'm headed to Tamari Caves, but, you know, effectively only if they ask.
Did you ask specifically where's she gone?
No, probably not.
Did you?
Yeah.
I suppose that's clear then. She said where she was going, yeah. Maybe you're willing to her if you go through tomorrow.
It's on the way to Malarium.
It is.
As I said, I'm off to go see my cousin.
Alright.
You two are free to... whatever, I suppose. You're turning up Donna's wedding is today. But I don't imagine you will be. If you need another day of forge costs covered, I can pay for it, I guess. And then he leaves.
Alright.
The snake currently sitting in your hands,
Yeah.
which you've been playing with him, gives a flap and comes over to boop you in the nose, slightly.
Oh, hello, Snake. I needed to interrogate you too.
Emotional support snake.
Interrogate the snake?
Oh, yeah. This fucker was in my dream. Somehow. And helped me out. It was a nightmare.
I mean, that happens in dreams. You dream of things in real life. Is that odd?
A little bit. Oh, I have one recurring nightmare. And this adorable little thing was in it. Which doesn't happen.
Oh,
Usually.
that's interesting.
Even the person in the dream who I knew recognised that the snake was a thing.
That is...
A little strange, isn't it?
doesn't seem like a dream.
Who knows?
No?
Dewey's cute.
It's very cute.
And Dewey then spends time going to hop over and nudge you as well. And then does concerned hovering flaps around the two of you, trading off. Yeah, it's the equivalent of that.
Essentially.
Do you plan on returning that day?
I think Moxie goes back to the palace to go and get her stuff and contemplate a little bit
Okay.
while getting her stuff.
You go in through Tyler and Innie are sitting in the main room with the snake out.
No, Moxie.
Can I hug Moxie?
Yeah. Are you asking me? Are you trying to dodge or not?
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about.
Roll an athletics-based attack.
We
And
have to attack Moxie Tiger.
with disadvantage, I think. Because that's what dodging does, right?
Yeah.
12.
Plus, what's your athletics?
That's actually still nuts.
2. 14.
Oh.
Yeah,
14.
Moxie can dodge that.
You dodged the
I
hug.
actually rolled well for once. 12 and 20.
And 20.
And I'm assuming you head on upstairs unless you want to say anything or stall further.
I'll let Moxie be.
Yeah, she goes off and gets her stuff. And kind of like gets her sword that she had from Troop Sunrise and
Okay.
she's had with her for a long time, and just be like, she doesn't have much. She threw her rags off halfway through trying to escape Naïlo. So she's just looking at her sword and some of her like these tools, and it's just her like, looks like it's just you and me, old friend. And just grabs her sword and starts walking out.
Walking out as past those two.
Moxie,
Moxie, where are you going?
Out.
are you coming back? Seems like you got a couple more things with you.
Yeah.
Can I roll insight on that?
Roll persuasion or deception. You don't need to tell me which.
That's horrible for me.
You roll insight. You're probably
plus-
also free to make an insight check.
6.
Okay.
You
feel like
15.
it's if you die.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, for sure. I think you're telling the truth, for sure.
9.
You are completely convinced, and you really wish you had Arif with this +6 to insight.
Oh, that'd be so nice. Alright.
You're like, oh sure.
Alright.
And
Hope to see you later.
Moxie, I need to Moxie.
Yeah. And then leaves.
then you leave. How are you just spending the rest of your day? Are you just sitting around waiting to see if she comes back by nightfall? Or, I mean, if you want to
Can
do
I
something else, you're free to.
Get some sand from outside, please.
Sure. You might need to leave slightly the palace to get sand, but that's not
Okay.
too hard.
I'm gonna go get sand and like in a bowl and bring it back to Harris' room. Well, not Harris' room.
I'm just in the middle of the room, like, oh no.
You're holding Snake. Snake
I'm not
hasn't
being
gone.
malicious, I promise. I'm not.
Oh yeah, one thing Moxie does is when she leaves, she goes and gets her rags. She's like, oh shit,
Okay.
fuck, my rag.
When you go to where the sword was, it's if you do go there.
Well, yeah, it's exactly.
it's
rough
close.
surface.
Nothing's there.
Fun. She's just like, has someone stolen it? Or did like the weird god stuff just like whoosh it away? Whatever, I don't care. And then she just is like, ooh, that looks cool. And just heads over to
Okay,
whatever's
you have
cool-
sand in a bowl.
Yes. Lila, can you help me with something?
You probably immediately catch yourself because wait, no, it's not here.
Sorry, Tyler.
That's just even more sad.
It is.
I didn't even realize I'd said 9 until you guys printed it out.
You got sand.
Yeah, do you know if Eric has a sieve in here?
We can check the cupboards. Maybe.
Yeah.
Mate,
Why have you got sand?
Make yourself an investigation check, and whether or not it's good will depend whether or not one exists.
Oh no.
9. Plus 5. 14.
Sure. There's a sieve.
Okay. I'm gonna make glass darts for Dana and... Oh god, what's his name? Jihil?
Jahil, yeah.
Yeah, Jihil for their wedding.
Gloss dots.
They're really cool looking, and it's like the only thing I can make in Iris room. So.
I mean, if you know how to make them, I would love to have a distraction right about now.
Yeah, I can... Does he have a fireplace? Or am I
It's
something
a
like
place to make fire in the kitchen.
Okay, I'll
Probably
use
have-
that.
I
I do want to
stove.
set like one of his bowls on fire. Sorry.
Arif comes in, there's a little bonfire made out of the table.
No, okay, I'm gonna use the... I gave you the piece of paper. It shouldn't take much, it's just like a normal flame, because it can be made on a campfire. So I just need to melt the glass down.
Okay.
Soon I have something for the dark.
Using your burning hands.
Just produce flame.
Just
Cantrip.
this way, sure. It's rather easy. It's a bit of... You're not trying to make very much.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just gonna make some darts.
you need to make a crafting roll.
Yeah, I don't know what one that is.
Arcana.
Arcana.
Because you're using your cantrip? Yeah, I'll go with
Yeah.
that.
Fair.
15 plus 3, 18.
Damn.
You make quite nice darts.
First good roll you've ever done.
That's a lie. I
No,
got a 20 the one time.
You also got a 20 about a few minutes ago,
I
but
know.
you had got another
Didn't use it.
Yeah, you can use it.
You've got yourself a nice... How many are we trying to make? 2? 1 for each of them all.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You made yourself 2 darts.
How the fuck do you know how to do this? Why do you know how to make darts? Out of glass, of all things.
Let me just check something. I forgot a name. I know it's on my phone.
Okay, good.
Shut up, Megan.
Alright.
At least I'm still here.
I feel like I got vicariously attacked.
Presumably at some point you have lunch, and later in the
Nice.
afternoon Arif will turn up again to get some of his stuff together.
Fuck, I didn't name him.
Neither of you really know him terribly well. He looks as he normally does, as he did earlier. You know we have a glass blowing forge.
Okay, but I'm broke, so I could use sand from outside and this. And it worked
I
just as well.
suppose.
They look quite nice.
I did a lot of that
And
previously.
Aren't you?
Not darts, but
I used to do glass blowing.
I made the stained glass window.
Oh,
Oh, that.
And
It was a beautiful piece. when
it
I saw
was really nice.
last thing I made
Sorry,
before I... Well, I stopped making things,
Why?
I had an accident.
That just makes me feel
In the
bad.
forge. It was previously after I got my. I had a. Never mind. What does it matter? I had a problem at some point where I had collapsing fits. Not very great when you're
Yeah.
holding molten glass.
Yeah.
I've not been back since. Really. I mean, it's settled down now, but
Alright. I'm
if
sorry.
you want, you can make insight checks on when you might need
Yes,
further.
please. Because I've got a +0.
You're
Why would I use?
terrible with insight.
I know.
You are, but you
Well,
can make
because
them.
the two people with good insight left.
7. My fucking god.
It's not even like that good
15.
insight.
14.
Okay, 7.
No.
What you get exactly what he said.
Good.
Um,
Great. Awesome.
Well, you got 14. That's still not terribly great.
I know.
There's. You think it's slightly off the way he says it, and you think there's possibly slightly more to it than that, but.
I'll leave it be. I need a name, by the way, because I don't have a name for this guy, and I never named him.
Who?
The mentor man, the guy.
The mentor.
Oh, your mentor.
man.
Uh,
I had a mentor once.
and you had a student
good.
once.
XD.
You had both a student
need
and a
a
mentor.
name.
And then
Let's
lost
see.
both.
Oh.
The life of Naïlo.
He lost a mentor.
Yeah.
Just anyway, to answer your question, Tyler.
Crevice.
Crevice taught me stuff with smith tools and whatnot.
What a great name.
Vibes.
He was a great guy. I haven't seen him in a while.
Alright.
Are you two going
Maybe now
to
I'll
the
meet him.
wedding later, or?
Yeah.
You want to?
Sure.
Okay.
It'd be.
There's formal manners. He gives you a papyrus sheet with
Okay.
a general list of notes.
No. I
You
don't want
might-
to embarrass you.
You don't embarrass me, then
That's a
read
good
it.
idea. Yeah.
It's general points. You only need the first few bits. You don't need to know who everyone is. It's not terribly important.
Arif, I think I only know you,
Terribly
Dana, and
important.
Tyler at this wedding. So.
I mean, I can always ask you.
Oh yes, right.
Rip
Well,
to heal again.
it doesn't exist.
It does exist. But,
Let's
he did
see.
really
There
torture
might be
Midna.
some people over from Mollarium. You may want to avoid them.
What?
Ooh, okay.
I think we've got someone from the royal family over there. Slightly irritated that
I think
their
it'd be
sister
best
died
not.
with on your team. I
prefer
suggest
not
you
to
avoid
go.
them. Also, if anyone goes around calling me a Leon, I suggest ignoring them.
Alright.
You both know that's a slur.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard some. I've been called that before.
Yeah.
It's really not worth the effort in formal functions. Outside of that, let's see. Two of you.
I'm assuming you want us to bath before I've not bathed since I started the forge work.
You might want to, yeah.
I mean, you can't see the soot at least with my complexion, so.
I suppose that I'll
Yeah.
set that up.
It's not as bad as Moxie, her first ever shower.
If, well, obviously from Malarium we're going to be there, but I don't think it'd be the best for me to also be there.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not going along with that.
Annie, you can go if you'd like.
It's rather easy to avoid people. There'll be a fair amount, but
No, come
you
on,
can.
Tyler.
You don't need to go.
We can just avoid them.
Trust me, if I could get out of it, I would.
Ah, of
But
course.
this way, they'll focus more on, the Genesee.
After what happened, I don't think.
Maybe. That's a good point. What did happen? Someone died?
A couple of people died, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. For what you need to be concerned about. You're quite frankly, in the eyes of the court, you're a complete nobody. No one will bother you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And there's a similar setup to at his house when there's water set up previously. Is set up at this place.
Okay.
Do you know if Moxie's coming back?
She said she was.
She said that
Did
she
she
would.
mean it?
I assume
As far
so.
as I can tell.
Did you just take her at about word?
Yeah.
Well,
It didn't seem good to push her.
I suppose maybe she'll come back, maybe she won't. I would offered to contact her for you, but
Yeah, please don't do that again.
it wasn't pleasant the first time.
Are you okay now, by the way?
Just a GS. So I can't contact people long distance.
I'm sorry, what happened?
What happened?
Is
Punishment
this when your
for
parents were
verdicta, an affair.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Okay. Is this when you were
Preventative
like,
measure.
screaming at you and everything? Does he have it too? Sorry, I'll stop asking questions.
I don't know what. The GS was specifically from my father. It was
your father's a dick.
Well, he wasn't as bad as my mother. I suppose you may as well hear
That's
the
not a
story,
good
Phil.
thing.
It was settling over a peace treaty, and obviously there were terms written into it because there was threat of war. I think, quite frankly, if I'd killed him, I would have gotten off with less repercussions. He didn't get on with his father. Quite impressive, really. His father seemed to dislike him more than my mother dislikes me.
What reasons your mother got to dislike you? Except for...
Homosexual.
Yeah.
Homosexual.
I keep shacking up with males and non-humans.
Well, I mean, I suppose...
And I don't agree with all of her policies.
Oh, God forbid you have your own opinions. Your mum's just a bad parent.
But it's primarily who I'm attracted to.
Right.
My father doesn't care about that bit, at least. Anyway, so now I got that put on me, so that agreement with the king for not contacting him. He was, well, given the state of affairs, I see why that was considered relevant. And it was just generic so that I couldn't get contacted by any of his allies. I had a couple try, but I didn't take the calls.
Right, okay.
Didn't seem worth trying. In any case there, well, not worth dying over. Perhaps at one point, but not at the moment. And aside from that, there was we both got house arrest for a couple of months. I know that much. I know he got something else his father didn't explicitly talk about. And we got a curse as well.
A curse as well?
Yes. Doesn't tend to trigger randomly anymore, at least. Just specific things.
Is there any way to break it, Julius?
I asked Tia. It's part of the, It was written down in contracts. It's entirely lawful, given it was approved by a representative of the king. So...
But surely it's not against the law to break it? Or get away
It's
to
written in a
get rid of
condition that we both have it. So yes, it is against the law. And Tia won't remove it. And I feel like it's the sort of level thing that it wouldn't help me to try and remove it. In any case. I know Garrick tried to, but again, Tia wouldn't cooperate.
Right.
No, I haven't found anything that... I've explored the limits of it slightly, but... not worth it.
Today's been... What a day.
I mean, you can keep talking in the water, actually. You're probably fine with everyone taking their t-shirts off because everyone's male.
Oh, yeah!
We're in a bath.
No more women.
All of being
God.
stereotypically volatile.
It's now just the boys.
Yo, just the homie!
Homosexual. Sorry.
Don't you?
And yet still somehow the most emotional of the group.
Yeah, you're probably least scarred. Arif and Tyler probably just...
Yeah, no.
I think the worst scar I'm gonna have is probably something like stubbing my toe when I was a kid.
I thought, yeah, didn't she mean emotional scar?
The emotional scars, probably that too. That's
So not Moxie being like, here, stubbing your toe was worse, emotionally scarring.
Snake's probably in room as well.
Snake is in room. Good.
No,
Snake in her
it's-
room.
I meant
Snake's in room.
probably
Staring
have
at
the
water
least
very
emotional
suspiciously.
scars. Snake, Dewey, come on,
Dude, come on.
in the water.
Roll an animal handling check if you want Snake to go in water.
5.
Nobody really is terrible
Dewey.
with that goddamn snake.
gives Innie a look and hovers over to land on Tyler's shoulders.
Fucking close
Fair
enough.
enough, guy.
You can roll an animal handling check to get her in the water if you
It's
want.
still +0, but 20.
Dewey is the only animal that Tyler can be somewhat around and it doesn't
and
hate.
you click Dewey underwater. Snake dives right in
Starts doing
and
backflips,
plays around your hand.
just starts doing synchronized swimming, just like do.
I don't understand. I'm so
Oh.
glad that the only good
It's
rolls I
possibly
get
some things that-
are just pets.
I'll give you permanent advantage on animal handling checks with Dewey because you've done so consistently well. Clearly you're good with them.
Okay,
Uh,
awesome.
Every other animal's now just disadvantage.
The only
Aw.
time I spent like a long time with him is when I was having like a mental breakdown because Moxie's gone. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think Dewey's aware you're his owner.
Probably not.
What on earth is this
He
man
probably
doing?
swims around to see all three of you.
Okay, alright.
Arif's polite enough, but not terribly
He's just like,
affectionate.
look, it's Snake. Put back in water, essentially. Oh, God.
And you spend that time all being completely miserable.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
The only thing I need now is alcohol, and I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good to go.
Okay, later on, are you turning up like midnight or?
Midnight.
Okay, you're turning up. So
Come back.
you missed the wedding is the point.
When those two are asleep, she turns up. Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you and Arif, because why take everyone?
Hair dye in before we go.
Yeah, you can put hair dye in. So you can
Do
describe
you need
that.
help with that?
It was just a rocket jacket along my head and blue hair.
The flames that are in his hair change where over a material dragged over. It changes colour.
Damn it! Why did Mox have to miss that? Fuck.
I get to have
I might
mystical
still have it
heritage.
in when you come
You're
back.
now Annie's brother.
Arif's cousins, two of Arif's cousins probably come over for a bit and they all faff around talking and how rude are they going to be? Common, mostly. There's a bit of another language that you don't speak.
Oh.
You can make a history check to find, if you want to try and figure out what it might be.
Yeah, for sure.
Me too.
Is that another
Yeah.
one which is 0?
And they're essentially doing the equivalent of
15.
polishing each other's crowns, throwing stuff across the room, called
18.
put that on, and braiding each other's hair. 18, and you got what?
15.
You've heard Lilith speaking that before, and she's called it Celestial, the language of the gods. You figure that is a rarely spoken tongue, but it tends to be associated with arcane power, or divine power.
Just like, oh, okay.
Oh no.
Very interesting.
You say that, but they may be speaking the language of gods, but they're also throwing hairbrushes across a room. And doing each other's makeup and going, "Oi, no, I want to plait that, hey!"
I love these guys.
They do seem great.
They do seem
Arif
pretty
seems
cool.
slightly cheered up. He's got one cousin who you've met previously, for Garrick.
Yeah.
Is
and,
that the one that we met at the
Yeah.
cruise? Okay.
and also someone else you've not met previously. And their spouses, probably.
Oh,
Tyler seems happy.
this is cool.
Tyler seems happy.
Happier, at least. That's good.
After Moxie and Naïlo
Happier
and
than we
Arif
do.
is
Just
finally smiling. He's like, fucking
Yeah, they're
finally.
probably they're probably relatively polite. Garrick will nod over at you two. What's the rest of your group?
Around.
One of them's coming back. One of them's
Yeah.
not.
No, just I think the biggest explanation we could give is maybe go look at Arif's window.
Yeah.
Stuff happened.
A little bit of drama went down, and shit got real today. It's all
Spill
fine.
the tea, sis.
He goes from fairly casual to, you've seen this before, it's called, okay, law case. Who broke the window, why, and was there an assassination attempt, and which one's gone? Arif rather
Naïlo
quickly
broke the
interjects and
window.
roll yourself a deception check. Also, Arif's talking in Celestial anyway. He gives you a completely unimpressed look. Well done. Of course. And turns over to talk about it with Arif. His face, Regarix, again, stays fairly thunderous. But he turns it back into a fairly neutral... I see. Well, I guess you're staying over at ours. Met your apprentice today, Arif. Gave them that glass collection you made of the figurines that we managed to get Tia to bless. In common.
Oh, those are the same ones that Pygmy were playing with earlier.
Yeah, the small Gotor was... We've just given them to her.
Are you not afraid that they'll break? Or anything? No? Okay.
Arif's just like, I can... It used to be my hobby.
Alright, fine.
I can make more. I also don't need them. They were sitting in the attic. It's one of the few pieces that weren't destroyed. So, it's not like it's much of a loss.
Alright.
The rest were destroyed?
Kogo sighs. Yes! Assassins! Arif smashed up some of it. And, well, mostly assassins. This is his female cousin you're speaking to. He's not said anything directly to you before. And she's like, I like your hair.
Thank you.
How long is your hair, as Tyler? Is it really short? Disappointingly.
It's not too short. It's I suppose, yeah, he's got a bit of like volume to it.
Ooh, I bagsy your hair. And then she goes starting her hair.
Oh, brings back good memories.
How decent in makeup are you?
I'm pretty damn good.
Tyler's really good.
Brilliant. You can do me then.
Alright, fine, sure. Deal's a deal.
I'll be wearing the blindfold, of course, so some of it'll be lost.
Oh, that's a shame, but
And we're all
It's
going
what
to
it
be
is.
wearing relatively similar, basically all identical outfits. So, sad.
oh,
But, face paint, certainly.
okay.
If you do Arif and, Pregarix, do theirs the same.
The same. Why does that all be the same?
I mean, I'm matching, Dana and Tesha.
Right, okay. Sure, yeah, I can do them all the same. Do you want to help me out with this? I mean, you've done makeup,
Yeah.
kind of.
You can roll
But
whatever
I don't
check you
wanna
use for
mess up
disguise
this.
code.
I haven't even got disguise kill.
Well, whatever you've got something.
I don't think
We
I-
gave you tools, remember?
Oh,
Moxie used to assist
fuck.
with our mirror.
And we told you how to do it, and I said make a note of that.
Yes!
The DM is angry.
I think it's underneath the snake.
You can take paper out from underneath Snake.
It might be underneath snake. If not, then can I borrow a pencil? Real quick.
Yeah.
No, that's just my rage.
Okay. I think it was...
I think it's just a makeup. Oh.
I think it's basically any check, but it's
Yeah.
proficiency because he's got tools in it.
Yeah, just roll it with proficiency, and I think I gave you a base attribute of dexterity in it.
You did. I'll just roll.
You
It's so close.
are really quite sad today, and it doesn't turn out great. She looks over in the mirror. Ah, shame. And then she asks politely, considering you've seen Dana talk to her fiance, this is really polite.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah, do you mind doing mine?
Yeah, sorry, you can redo it.
I know, that's my kind of like, oh, of course.
I'm just gonna like pat Tyler on the back. It's alright, Tyler.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then you go to the wedding. It's there's a bit in the church, obviously. There's the actual marriage vows, which there's a clause that references and all of the conditions previously agreed in the contract at the end of marriage vows. It doesn't drag out too long. You gather it would have dragged out forever otherwise.
Okay.
There's there's Dana, two female cousins of Arif's, one his male cousin and Arif, and I think all of the other four have spouses or fiancés actually.
Okay. Alright.
And there's let me figure out how many adults.
Many. Probably.
Some. Nope, wrong way. There seem to be 5-ish adults who are also dressed up in royal attire, and with all of them standing next to each other, given that they all have the same thing and the same blindfold over, beyond crowns everyone's wearing, it's quite hard to differentiate everyone.
Innie, I haven't lost my mind. They all kind of look the same.
They look really cool. But
two
I
in
would say
particular-
we avoid trying to talk to Arif tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
2 of them in particular look practically identical from what you can see, but you're not very close.
I'm not just seeing double, right?
No.
No. Okay, good.
Oh my
Good.
god, they look so cool.
They do look pretty cool.
Those two look similar to both Bragaric and Arif primarily.
Okay, alright.
Is Dana also dressed up as like a typical royal person in the same way they're all
She
matching?
probably...
Or can she be in a wedding dress and I can actually be able to find her?
She's wearing bright pink.
Okay.
Oh,
Everyone else is wearing probably white, gold, and silver. But she's wearing bright pink, matching her snake.
Oh, that's actually really sweet.
I think her snake's her snake's orange. So she's wearing bright orange, matching her snake.
Brown is also pretty great colour.
And after that, there's a bit where there's just general socialising, food, and seems to be a fair amount of politics. You also don't have high enough passive perceptions. Okay. I want you to make a check for the evening for how you generally handle court manners. It can be a charisma check, but I am willing to make it be an intelligence-based check.
Charisma.
Intelligence.
Okay, so you can choose one of the 3, whichever you think would be more relevant. If you're lying, persuading, or just... You can make a flat charisma check if you want.
Performance, just telling
performance,
those Dragon
yeah.
Slayer stories.
It's any of those 3. You can go for deception, persuasion, or performance. So if you're proficiency in any of those 3, you probably want to pick them. But you can use it intelligence-based, so it's plus your intelligence modifier.
I'll
I
use
believe in you.
performance
I
with
don't.
my intelligence modifier.
It's
Okay.
gonna be a huge number.
No, I don't.
Natty 20.
No.
18?
Okay.
10.
Okay, 18. You're fine. You've never been to court, but you figure it's a bit similar to how when your father had guests over as a merchant, and you managed to do well enough.
I'm just sad in a corner.
You do a bit of sadly standing in the corner, trying and failing to be subtle about dodging the Millennium royalty. A couple of a couple of times you're in a conversation that's starting to go wrong, at about which point either Kotho, one of Arif's cousins, steps in and rescues you.
Oh, fuck yeah, thank you.
You can both make perception checks as well.
Oh, God, fuck.
Really?
Oh,
What
shit.
do you guys, you two are fucked now. Seriously are.
Oh, it's still plus
No,
0.
because we are
15.
talking 0. Now you guys...
0. You! Okay, so you're focusing so hard on all these manners, nothing else beyond the person you're talking to is something you would listen to.
I'm just paying attention to
What did you get?
15. Plus
15.
nothing.
Now you guys know how...
polite
Now
and
you
you
guys
can
know how
perceive
important
everything.
Moxie
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Help-
Teamwork, yeah.
You're naturally keeping a sharp eye out on the particular people you're avoiding in this room. You notice that as well as running interference with that, you and some people, generally you can tell older and younger royal spy, they've got slight colour differentiation. Well, it's generally who they're talking to. But the crowns themselves have a peon for the younger ones. So you see that there seems to be some sort of divide wherein the groups tend to talk to each other more, and you're not sure who, but there seems to be some running of interference on both sides for royalty actually talking to each other. With a 15, you don't get terribly much more than that, but you gather that it's slightly complicated, and there appears to be some sort of game of hot potato with knives, wherein there's a fair amount of passing knives between members, as well as subtly between robes, which seems to... You don't... I imagine you're mildly concerned and don't touch on that.
Where's Innie?
You go find Innie.
This is really the worst time for Naïlo.
Oh, you fucking bitches, you left us!
Dana was going to play a game with you. She was going to say, try and get this off me, put it on her for the rest of the night. I was going to have you make checks to get it.
To get what?
Like a piece of paper or something. Just,
Yeah,
something
to
that
try
you
and get it
mutually
off of
agreed
her.
upon. I mean, you skipped it, but...
No. Moxie didn't want to see her get married to that man piece of trash.
Probably a good thing you weren't there.
So I have something to say.
Party collapse.
Innie,
Bloody yeah.
Innie, I need to talk to you for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm coming.
Yeah. What? You ran into the people from the room?
Not yet. I'm fine.
Doesn't seem fine.
It's not. And I'm just going to bring you even closer.
Yeah.
I see a knife being passed around. Some people, the nobles, it's happened in between their sleeves.
Royalty.
Royalty.
Well, actually, it's probably a few non-royalty members taking place. They seem to mostly have signet rings.
I'm sure if it's royalty, it's fine.
What do you mean there's a knife being passed around?
It's royalty!
I don't know what to do!
It's about this point that
You get all
Garrett's...
the subtlety of the small giant.
It's about this point that Garrett's wife walks up. I've currently got the dagger.
See, I told you it would be
Do you want to pass this on to Arif? There you go. And then walks off and leaves you with it. See if you get Arif from my husband.
See, I told you it was fine.
And she
But also now we're walking around with a knife, and I'm gonna walk away because they might just think I'm a killer. I'm a nobody and I'm a jealousy
Okay.
at a royal
How are
wedding.
you trying to give this back? And that will depend on what checks you make, and then I'll conclude on the wedding.
Now you
I'm
really
assuming-
want Moxie because her stealth is.
Well, yes.
I can try get Arif's attention for you, but I'm not going anywhere near the knife.
I'm gonna do what the other royal people are doing and just pass it to something. So it'll get it out. Can I just say, get this to Arif, please?
I don't know if that's how it works.
I don't know how it works.
Can I just shout out Arif's name?
Oh, fuck.
No!
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 It's easy to try on.
I won't.
No.
About at the point that you randomly shout out his name, instantly, all of the royal family, either draw a weapon, there's definitely one great axe there, as well, or else cast some kind of spell that seems to be a preparatory effect.
I'm right behind Tyler.
Roll a stealth check.
Why? Tyler's like twice my size. 18.
Oh, you successfully give Tyler and stand against the wall.
Innie?
It generally settles down a bit afterwards, but the guards particularly seem to be on edge, and royalty's not. It goes back to immediately put everything away and go back to congenial smiles, which you've seen to be a very quick transformation, or at least neutrality. But
I'm giving this life away and I'm fucking running. I don't want to.
who are you
Maybe
giving
we
it
should
to?
go.
I'm gonna try and find Arif. I don't know how.
Okay, Arif will come find you actually.
Oh, good,
In a
good.
bit, like-
Oh.
Am I wrong? Was that your voice?
I'm so sorry. I didn't think. I'm really. Please, I'm really sorry.
Arif, now that you're here, take this, please.
Who'd you get this from?
Everyone looks the
Someone's
same.
wife. They told us not to get you mixed up with her husband.
wait. Probably Donna.
My wife. I'll hand it over to Arif, and then Garrett walks
great.
off.
Oh, thank God. I'm sorry.
I thought it was.
Actually, wait, can I just... Wait, it's like, hey, wait,
Turns around.
why are you passing a dagger between you?
Yeah.
Is this
Well,
a
how else are
party
you going to
game?
make court fun?
Well, you see, Tyler, I think, thought there was an assassination by the royal family on the royal family going on.
You think if we were going to kill someone, we would do it at a formal function?
I thought it was perfectly
We'd
fine. but
pass it
Tyler's
off as a
bit
training
suspicious.
accident.
At a wedding? Oh, no, you mean the kill. Okay.
Your traditions are
The wedding
scary.
training accident.
Our traditions are scary.
It
We
sounds
haven't.
kind of fun, gotta admit.
We haven't had anyone in the royal family kill another member, barring that one person who went insane a couple of.
Alright, good, good.
Fine.
But we haven't had, aside from that case, which was my great something or other. She's still in her ring, actually. No, aside from everyone and that, we are still the only tribe to not ever have a political coup.
Well, that's...
No succession crisis, nothing.
Told you it was fine, Tyler. I'm smart. Not really, I just...
Well,
that
my
name
bad
went
for
for.
seeing a knife getting passed between nobles.
Yeah,
And royalty, sorry.
Oh,
I thought there was an issue. My bad.
in any case, I will be heading over. Glad to know that I could pass this hour.
Alright. Fucking horrifying.
I'm so sorry, Tyler.
Fuck you. You behind me.
And then you probably retire slightly before the end of it.
Yes, please.
I'll go find you.
And
tomorrow.
you probably arrive a bit after they get back.
So are we still gonna be awake?
Do you want to immediately go to sleep or not?
I want to read.
I'm gone.
I want to read the manual on the snake
Okay.
because it's been like a week now and the snake still doesn't like me.
Yes, but also...
I'm assuming you
I've had
sit
a
downstairs
coffee.
with the snake and manual
Yes.
then. When you come back, Innie's sitting with the snake and manual.
Moxie wants to come in like midnight when she thinks they're gonna be asleep. So quite late.
The wedding was late.
Fuck.
It's a wedding, Megan.
Oh god, so Moxie just opens the door and is like,
Moxie?
I thought you were gonna be asleep. Shit,
No,
fuck!
I'm not.
Close the
Moxie,
door.
get your ass back here. Moxie? If you want a dad, Moxie, you'll come back here. Moxie, I'm gonna go after Moxie. Not run, just open the door.
We'll open the door and yell for her.
Yeah. Moxie, please at least talk to me.
Are you still walking away?
She's like you know, like the in cartoons where they're like walking down the corridor sneaking. She's like,
So you don't want to actually sneak. You just want
Yeah,
to
she
mind
does that.
sneaking.
Moxie, please.
Have you walked? You're still outside. Or you walked past him.
yeah.
So Moxie's inside but walking away from you.
Okay. What the fuck?
I thought you were gonna be asleep.
I'm not. Are you okay? At least physically, because mentally, that's for sure you're not.
Physically?
Yes.
Of course. No. What? Why would you think I'm not physically okay?
I don't know. You disappeared this morning. I thought you might be dead. And then Naïlo's disappeared. And then you disappeared again.
Just living life.
You're incredibly frustrating. Go to bed, Moxie.
Okay. Moxie takes off, like, you know, she has like tons and tons of
Yeah.
scarves. Takes off, she has like a dark blue one, and gives it to Innie's like
To match his hair.
matches your hair.
You get handed a blue scarf to match your blue hair.
Blue silky scarf.
Moxie. Thank you.
Mm. And
And after a bit, you go to sleep. Presumably the same room.
and now
taking
Moxie's
Snake with
come
you.
back. Now we're both asleep.
Do you want to sleep in the main room?
Oh no, she's not going to sleep. Where's Tyler?
Upstairs.
In his room.
Hey, she's
You
like
better not be leaving.
opens the door to Tyler's room. She's doing all of this stealth, trying to like.
Roll a stealth check.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna pass my
It
perception.
probably will, you're
Yeah.
asleep.
Wait, what is your perception?
10.
Okay, because I'm already all I need to roll is a 3. Really, because I got really good stuff.
You need a 7.
I rolled a 3. Okay, so that's exact 10. No, because there's that.
Okay, you open
only
the
had
door.
one of them, Megan.
I did both of them.
No.
Did both of them?
No, you only had that one.
No.
Stealth.
Because my dex is +4, and then I got a +3 to the stealth.
Your dex is +3.
I thought my dex is +4.
16 is +3.
No, it's now 19.
Oh, right. Yeah, then it's
So you've
+4.
got
Yeah, so I had a
7.
and then I rolled a 3, so that's 10.
you. Tyler, you wake up. Someone's walked into your room.
Fuck! Why did you always wait? Fuck!
He never wakes
I'm
up.
grabbing for a weapon with him.
Sure, you get your maul.
Yeah. Wait,
Who the fuck is in my room?
What are the colours of Tyler's smart clothes again?
Like orangey blues,
Okay.
wearing like browns.
Moxie has a orange scarf. She has an orange scarf, yeah. And the moment she's like, fuck, she just grabs the scarf, throws it, and turns around and just runs.
You take an orange scarf off your face and see that it matches your clothes that are currently set out at the side.
Moxie!
And she's legging it, running away.
What, to go hide in his room?
No, she's just running.
Where are you
runs
running
out
to?
the door and slams the door and is running out the hallway again.
Great.
She was trying to do it while they were asleep and be like,
Where are you going? They're both in their... Well, I think you're still downstairs.
Yeah.
And Tyler's in his room. You're running out, but where?
Like out of like our like area, and then like out of.
So are you going? So when you're going out of the house, are you jumping out the still broken window or going out the main
No,
room?
she's learned from her mistakes, and she's not jumping out the window.
Progress!
Okay, you go out and pass Innie on the way to the door.
Moxie, where are you going?
I woke Tyler up. Shit.
Okay, he's not going to be mad. Come back.
Night. The door starts running again.
You want to sleep on the streets?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to go to bed.
If I did grab my weapon. But you walked into my room while I was asleep.
At some point, Arif gets back, but you're asleep for that.
Just on your perception. If I roll, like, I roll
Next
anything.
morning, I'm going to assume that. Are you going to the forge
Yeah.
or not?
I'll go to the forge. And
Okay,
get the
you wake
sword.
up. Moxie's probably not back.
Can Moxie read?
Of course she did.
Okay, I can
Well-
Say course, but
Yeah.
And now you're still in.
Well, like, if it's like super like confusing, like a thou hast, she's like,
Right.
okay, you can probably do beginner level reading in everything that's not infernal, and infernal you can read everything perfectly.
yeah. She's like, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, and
I can't do summarize teaching literacy in something that's not infernal.
So she's
Yeah.
like,
What are you trying
Okay,
to read?
she's one of those people who just reads and she just
cool.
sounds
So
out.
you get up. Tyler gets up after a bit, presumably.
Yeah.
Minnie,
Yeah.
it wasn't just a dream, right?
No,
Moxie did just throw something at my face.
Yeah, she gave us scarves that matched our clothes.
Now, as sweet as that is, where is she?
I don't know, she ran out again. She's probably on the streets.
Good. Great,
I
awesome.
need to go to the forge today. Do you want to help? Maybe you don't
Do
have
you
to. You
think
can
I-
stay here. I don't. It's up to you.
Do you think I could help you? I don't know if
I'm sure you're strong. That's for sure. You can help some way.
I'm gonna get burnt being in the forge. I haven't.
If you do what I tell you, no. If you fuck about, probably.
Well, I'm not willing to fuck about with hot objects everywhere. I'm probably fine.
And there's gloves because humans.
Hey, gloves, yeah.
It's like
I'm
before
sure
you
you'll be
leave,
fine.
Arif will probably come down. Where are you going today?
To the
Then?
forge.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to finish the other sword. I actually do need to make it at some point. It's meant to be the set.
Moxie's disappeared again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She came briefly last night.
gave us scarves.
She woke me up in the middle of the night, I swear.
I don't think she meant to.
If she's not lucky, she's going to get arrested one of these days.
Probably, but at least then
Maybe.
we'll know where she is.
That's true. That's true.
I don't want to negotiate prisoner release.
You could just let us break her out and then you'd never have to see us again. That would work.
Keep the
But I-
hypothetical crimes out of my earshot.
Okay.
I suppose if you need healing in the afternoon, I can see if I've got... Well, I can see if I've got any energy left. I think I've got training today.
Okay.
I'd offer to come otherwise, but...
Do you think if you got knocked out, Naïlo would come back? I'm not saying I want you to get knocked out, of course, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, what would happen?
If I got knocked out...
Yeah, would Naïlo be concerned enough to come back?
If I got knocked out and... Do you mean in a knocked out and dying way?
No!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you died, I feel like Naïlo might come raise the city, but you know.
I mean, the rings... Not entirely sure if they give an instant awareness of unconsciousness, but it seemed to be growing in it.
Okay. Yeah. Be careful today. Please don't die.
But, I mean, I was alive.
That's good.
That's
Do you want to know slightly more?
A little bit more would be nice.
Try. You can roll percentile dice.
Shit, I put my dice away.
really bad you're doing nothing.
I don't care.
You did it voluntarily.
Yeah.
I know, but we
I'm having a
discussed this.
great time sitting back and listening. This
What do you mean? Was this planned?
I was
No.
prepared.
You should have
for
seen
something
Robin's
else.
face when he was like, and then Robin was like,
88.
88. How is Naïlo currently?
Warm.
potentially probably a little bit dehydrated. Did she bring anything with
She
her?
got like 20 water rations.
Oh.
She's fine in regards to
Also,
that.
if it's a high number, it catches some emotions as well.
Yeah, yeah. Emotionally, she's...
Unavailable.
I mean, okay, wait. If it can peer into the mind, probably just getting, like, little twinges of, like, melancholic song. Just kind of that drifts through her head. Aside from that, she's... You gather... Yeah, I suppose worse emotionally than usual, but honestly, probably not by a gigantic margin. Loss is kind of her MO.
She's alright.
Oh, that's good to hear. Good to hear.
Not at all injured. Possibly singing.
Sounds about right. Oh, Granny Juicy, I could play with her.
Yeah, make Moxie cry again.
Well, I have to take that responsibility myself now.
Oh yeah.
I
can't
suppose
listen
I'll
to
see you in the
sad
evenings.
songs.
Yeah.
And then, do you need money for the forge tomorrow?
If need be, I can pay for it.
Oh
Right.
god, everyone's paying for my stuff. Bloody hell. This.
I'm free to offer money. It's quite frankly, there aren't many perks to being royalty. It's the only one.
Fair enough.
Don't worry, you've paid for so much already. I'll pay for this at least.
Sure. It doesn't make a difference to me though.
I might just accept my fuck. Aris instead. I hate you so much. Anyway, we should probably get going.
Yep.
Yeah, so you two head off to the forge.
Do I
didn't,
take
do we?
Where's Snake Carrots?
So
Sure,
cute.
let's bring him.
Yeah.
Take Dewey. You tried... Oh, did you just read the manual or did you try and start enacting it? No, you didn't have time.
Depends if I did it.
No, we read through them.
No, not with it.
I might have started like going through like actually the first page. Like
You
read
can
the
roll an
page,
animal handling
do it,
check and we'll see if Dewey's slightly more inclined to listen to you. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh!
18.
Okay.
Yes!
You think you've got Dewey to understand that you're one of its owners, and food comes from you. So Dewey's sitting on your shoulders happily enough. Two of you head to the forge. You know where the forge is that they've hired out. Would you be waiting there for them?
No.
Okay. Are you just wandering around the city again?
No, you know the, pet shop place
Yeah.
that they went to? She goes there.
Okay, you go to the pet shop.
What are you doing?
The person behind the till is like, anything I can do for you today?
Yes.
You're looking for a pet? Or pet food?
So, like, you know the flying snake that you kind of sold them? Do you do, like, any, like, little, like, trinkets or anything for, like, flying snakes?
Flying snake accessories.
Yeah.
We have a harness and lead. We've got a small jacket for one. We have, let's see, a little collar that's a bit more ornate.
How much are the harnesses and, like, little weeds?
That's a fairly reasonable price of... Stop laughing. 1 silver.
How
Well,
much are
2
the
silvers.
How much are the actual flying snakes?
Can you
It was
remember?
7 gold.
The flying snakes themselves are 7 gold.
Okay, can I have a look at the flying snakes?
Of course. We've got a variety of colours.
Is there any ones with like brown?
Yeah. Is there a particular personality trait you're looking forward, or just...
Somewhat offstandish, but like eventually like warms up to people.
somewhat standoffish snake. Of course.
But like when it wants to, it kind of can care.
You want one that's like a cat.
Yeah, like a cat.
He goes over and takes out a cage and brings forward a snake. It has white wings like the other two, but this one is a shade of brown that's relatively similar to you, and it has a diamond-backed. It has yellow diamonds on its back along the ridge of the spine. Is this snake?
Yeah. I'll take that.
Do you want the 2 harnesses?
Yes.
Given you're buying a snake, I'll give you 2 for 1.
Oh, thank you.
So that's 2 silver and 7 gold. And you get 2 harnesses of colours of your choice, and a brown flying snake. And now there are 2 flying snakes.
Let me just do some terrible maths.
That's probably a good choice. Pets don't leap.
8 silver. Can I choose the colour of the little harnesses?
Yeah.
Can I have 1 blue one and 1 orange one?
Yeah. You have 1 blue harness, 1 orange.
Thank you.
You can take the snake out of the cage if you use the harness, or else here's a manual.
Thank you. And she's like trying to smile at me.
Lovely doing business with you.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, thanks. And then she heads immediately back to the palace.
Okay. This is at what point in the day?
Like she does it like almost like quite early on in the morning. So
Quite early on the morning.
So they probably should be up at lunchtime.
Okay, so those 2 are out for lunch when you get back, but there's possibly Sirahi around. Hi! Oh, I see you got a snake. That's cool. Do you want to start training them?
What you can do is, can you get me some papyrus and charcoal?
Okay. I can help you with starting to train it if you want.
That'll be fine. Moxie just like places it in the middle of like the living room like area and 2 harnesses.
She brings down some charcoal and papyrus.
Thank you. Oh. And Moxie starts writing.
Writing. In what? Infernal, presumably?
Common.
Ah, so it's going to take you a while.
You can leave me a while.
Moxie spends the rest of her day writing whatever it is. Okay, I need you to make rolls, quadrules.
Oh god, I'm really sorry.
And basically any check they can justify.
Yeah.
And you tally them up later. There need to be 3 checks total, so one of them needs to make 2.
Okay.
This is the first day. You can...
No, this is actually the second. You didn't ask for any rolls on the first day?
No, they didn't go on the first day.
Yeah, we went on the first day, then we missed the other day that was paid for because of...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you go and the person using the forge is not terribly pleased to see you. Where have you been?
The royal wedding.
Doesn't happen all day.
No, but we had to spend time getting ready for it, you know, with it being royal and everything. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about it.
It's a different one. Different voice, sorry.
That's fine.
Nah. I'll just go with they're all deaf. Because they use heavy hammers. Well, I guess you guys are posh. You wanting to hire it out today too?
Oh, if that's alright.
You have to pay again.
It's fine. How much is it?
I think it's 5 gold.
That's fine.
5 gold.
Yeah, 5 gold. Here you go.
I don't know why I thought that was your health. I don't know why I thought you were just tracking your health
55
halfway
gold
down.
coins.
Tyler's rich.
Tyler's not going to.
He's not been spending his money.
Yeah.
I had so much at one point, and then I just gave half of it away.
I gave you like 30.
You
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
take your gold back when you left, did you?
No, I'm pretty sure she had already taken the gold
Okay.
back from Moxie at that point. So she's got like 7 gold on her or something. Not much.
We say
It'll
not
be
much.
fine.
It's not pretty.
Yeah.
It's not pretty okay.
Okay, so make 3 checks between you that you can justify for how to make your sword. And can you get your rolls up?
I mean, that's all there really is to it. You just
Yeah,
need
I
to record the
suppose. But I
number.
don't have my iPad to get up the document you sent me.
You don't need to.
Okay.
Too late.
I can help you lift anything heavy. I can help you just. I don't know what rolls I need to help you make.
Yeah, it's just difficult.
Okay, so do you want to make a just athletics check then for carrying things?
Yeah, sure.
And do you have proficiency with the tools? Smith's
Yeah.
tools? You can make that based on strength.
Just
I don't even look
trying to-
suspiciously at my character sheet.
You can
like
do
that.
one roll
The
with
barbarian
D20
the same
with
acrobatics
strength
and
plus
athletic
proficiency
scores.
using your smith's
Oh,
tools.
right. Oh, I suppose, yeah.
Oh, you fucking kidding. 13.
18.
So 31 between those two.
So, okay, 31 at the moment, and then there's a third check to be made.
And they can't repeat anything.
It can't be the checks you've just made, it has to be a different check.
I'm just seeing if there's anything like,
It's relevant.
Investigation to see if it's okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
okay,
check the
sure.
blade for...
Roll investigation.
Please.
Oh.
9.
plus?
9. It's 9.
Cool! Let's...
Why would he...
Ooh, so you've got a total of 38, 40,
40.
plus the forge quality.
Which is like 5 or 0. No, it's like 5. I think it might be negative. I'm pretty sure.
You have a second sword with -1 to hit.
And
Yay.
then...
And damage. In this sword, you're both slightly too distracted for this, and it doesn't come out quite as good as your other one.
Yay.
Oh! I did forget. You can repeat any one of the checks, but you have to spend another day working on it effectively. So if you rolled poorly, you can do it again, but you also get a bigger negative for each.
Wanna risk it? No.
You can if you want, or nope.
No, fair enough. It's your sword. It's all good. It's all good.
So one of your swords is better than the other sword.
Yeah. That was going to happen.
You think leaving it for a day and skipping that half day was maybe not the most conducive to a good sword, but you've got 2 swords now.
Yeah.
And that's you done. And I believe now you're travelling out of the city. Okay, so you go back that evening, and Moxie is still there writing.
She's not still there writing. This is just me trying to figure out what I'm trying to write. 'Cause I can't spell either.
You've left a note and a snake, have you?
Yeah.
Oh dear, are you leaving permanently?
Let me just finish what I'm
Okay.
doing.
Moxie spends 8 hours
It's fine.
writing
Both
the
of you have backup characters.
We do. Is yours a guy?
Nope.
Only woman.
Only woman. Always and forever.
Look at everyone except Morgan's gone for a character opposite of their own gender.
It's great.
Sorry, I'm actually I'm terrible with things.
I might read this. What do you want me to
Do you
just
just
after?
want to
You
say
can
it
do
out
it
loud,
whenever.
Megan? And
I just
No.
didn't want to overload you.
Okay.
when
You gotta
recording.
read it because it's. I've tried to written it
Put
like.
that back down.
I've tried to
Probably
write.
safer that way.
I've tried to write it like Moxie.
Well, that was probably good.
That was good.
What is it?
Sending to Aerith.
Oh.
Right. Fair enough.
And then there's probably also like 2 sendings coming through today. Because can do it 3 times a day.
You're lonely by any chance, though.
They're chatting, yes. He's got training. I don't know if you can spare all 3 spells while talking to Naïlo.
No, that's fair.
He might still do it, but...
What a chump.
He'd probably ask for clarity on that bit.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter right now. We can do it
We can do it later.
Let's just have a private chat as Aerith and Naïlo.
later.
Basically, we've got enough words to justify it.
Can do, if we really dumped every spell slot, 150 words each every day. That's not awful. It's pretty bad.
That's 300 words.
Yeah, yeah.
Long distance. Across planes. With no inaccuracies.
Feels good.
I want to roll that one for Snake. In my mind.
Okay. Megan, how are you doing there?
Just finished.
Okay,
thank you.
so Moxie leaves a note and the snake and 2 harnesses and leaves, is it?
Mm-hmm.
As in leaves.
Leave or...
Is she still in town or?
Currently, right now, she's still in town, but she's more on the definite outskirts.
Okay, you get back, there's this note on the table and a snake that's brown with yellow spots, and given that's Moxie's colour scheme, and as well as the orange and blue harnesses.
I guess it's too much to hope that Moxie suddenly became a druid and can turn into a snake.
A little bit
And
too much.
because she's got a tail, and she's a tiefling because it's a snake. Get the joke? Haha, dunch. Oh, sorry.
Let's just reading it.
She's not coming back, is she?
Can you read it out loud? I don't know what it says.
Do you want to read it?
Innie will read it. Oh no. That's upside
Run me
down.
around.
Oh no shit. I know you two idiots care about me, which is foolish. Foolish.
She's like, spelling? Fuck, shit. You can
Yeah.
see she's like scribbled them out.
Foolish of you. So I thought to help your weird brains, I got you an emotional support snake and a harness because it seems you can't handle Dewey. Spelling? Oh god, the idiot. I have named it Sealy? Sealy. And I hope it will fill the Moxie-sized hole in your heart. I'm sorry, it's not you guys, it's me. That sounds like surprise.
Oh.
I just can't risk trusting anyone anymore. Not after Eric's. Who's Eric's?
I think he betrayed her in a troop a long time ago.
So I guess this is it. Bye. It's the first time I've said something like this. I'm not gonna try reading this wholeheartedly. I love you guys truly. Thank you, Innie and Tyler. I'm
think
gonna
it was-
kill her if I see her
Oh,
again.
for fucking sure! After I tried so hard to
At
get
least
back
Moxie left a note.
to fancy what the fucking night.
I only told Aaron before she was killing.
Is
You
there,
can also contact everyone whenever.
Yeah.
Is-
Yeah,
there a
but you're not
chance-
going to, are
is there a chance she might still be in town?
you? Maybe, but is there any point going after her? It is Moxie.
Yeah. I went for the last time.
We could always ask Gareth to get the guards to arrest her.
Now that would be...
It would be really cruel, but...
I mean, if you're doing that, are you any better than Naïlo?
No, I wouldn't, of course, but, like, we could.
The snake's really cute.
It looks like Moxie.
It does.
It's standoffish. It's kind of viewing Dewey disdainfully and curling up on itself.
It's
Like,
just-
I don't need you lot.
Just slithering in circles. Like,
Around its perch. And
Oh.
ignoring you for the most part.
Moxie should have kept the snake, it's just like her.
I think she can kill it.
That's a
was
good
like
point, she would have eaten it by now.
Oh god. There's no way to contact her, is there?
I mean, Arif has sending, but you saw
But-
what it did to him
No,
last
Tyler
time.
didn't.
I did not see what happened.
Oh. Let's just say thankfully Naïlo was there with fewer wounds because, he spat blood and killed over and...
Well, I'm not asking him
Yeah,
to...
my point, exactly.
Fuck.
And it's not like we have Naïlo to do sending, because that bitch left us too.
She wasn't a bitch. I mean,
No,
she was.
but, like, she
But
was.
also...
But, like, she was great, really.
really
but
cool.
at the same time, why'd she gotta leave? Why they both gotta leave?
Yeah, why? God, but...
I thought we were meant to be the emotionally stunted ones. This
no, you're
is...
emotionally
I
founded.
mean,
They're emotionally
excuse me.
unavailable.
I would say you're pretty stunted emotionally, Megan. Moxie.
I feel.
Stay in character, please. No personal attacks.
Alright, fuck. Is it worth... I at least want to go have a look at the town, see if I can find her.
I'm
Okay.
going to assume, given your speed and the fact you've probably spent them to find you, that you can probably go over rooftops and the equivalent of not be found in this scenario.
If she does see them, she's just watching them from the rooftop.
If you want to stand around them, they get perception checks.
She's on top of a roof. They're terrible, and she's got stealth. You really want to try it?
I can try.
Okay, instead of just passing on, if you just immediately left, I'd not.
If they are trying to find her and they somehow get in range
roll
with
the
her,
stealth.
if they somehow get in within range of her somehow, she will just be like,
It's always worth a shot.
Yeah.
You can roll a stealth check with advantage, and you can roll perception checks.
Well, we don't need disadvantage, really. Oh, well.
So is it stealth?
Yeah.
I have -1%.
I got 0.
Nat 20, so that's 27.
16.
I've got 27.
16.
6.
27.
Tyler is completely oblivious to the world. Innie is actually looking.
Moxie
But
could be
Moxie is completely
she could be
unfindable.
standing in front of them and they wouldn't see her.
I would see.
I would not. Sorry to
You could
say.
be in the crowd in front of them, they not see you is more like.
Yeah.
But they don't find you, to put it shortly. I'm assuming you stay out that evening, then move off the next day. The two of you, maybe. Sirahi picked me an hour for all there at the evening meal. Which Sirahi's made while you were away.
Damn it. Moxie should have made
Hi
him a meal.
guys!
Hi.
I didn't think I should check the note, it looked personal. But is she...
Gone.
Right.
They both are.
I'm gonna
Truly,
go up to
Naïlo
my
and Moxie were
bedroom.
just alike.
Just
Emotionally
Yeah.
unavailable.
Fair.
Are you two eating?
not tonight.
I will be, I guess.
Sirahi's like, okay, here you go.
Thank you for the meal. It's very nice to be.
Arif's presumably worse for wear, but he's also eating. And Pygmy's like, I've not seen you in ages! Look! Has a handful of mini glass figures. One's a winged snake, one's a...
Oh.
He's got a couple of animals made.
Oh, they look fantastic. Did Eric give them to you?
His cousin gave them to me.
Alright. Oh, they look fantastic. Very fun to play with.
And I get to keep them!
You get to keep them as well. That's very generous of them.
There aren't any dragons.
You want the dragons, huh? Well, tomorrow at some point, I'm sure we can ask Innie. He seems to know how to make glass things.
But you're the one who knows what a dragon looks like.
Well, that's why I'm going to be helping him. We can do it together.
I like you signs him up to make glass things.
In my 11s, I don't know if Smith tools make figurines.
This is your problem now.
Arif looks over. I can try. If you'll instruct me on what a dragon looks like. Perhaps a drawing.
I can easily do your drawing. Dragon, if you'd like.
But you don't need to stay here for it. If you're wanting to leave. I take it Moxie's gone as well.
Mm-hmm. Left today. Gave us a snake first, though. Which I should probably start training before the little thing runs away.
That's why she gave you a bloody harness,
Thank
mate.
you. Snake is still on table with other snake, probably.
No, Cajun corner probably.
Cajun
not
corner.
food.
I will go take both snakes upstairs and bid them all good night, I guess.
Okay. Animal handling.
I'm gonna laugh if you get in that one.
Snake, this is the snake roll dice, please. 13 plus, where's my hand? Plus 0, 13.
This snake is less easy to win over
Yeah,
than Dewey.
no, that's fair. That's fair.
You picked out Dewey for being friendly. The snake did not appear to have been picked out for that purpose.
Good, good.
It takes the food. It doesn't follow your commands.
Alright, well, there's still progress, I guess. He's taking the food from me.
And then it gets in a little tiff, puff at Dewey.
I would love
And they hissed each other from cages.
I'd
Hey,
love
hey,
if
hey.
it
Well,
was
I think Dewey's probably not in the cage.
Can I tell if this
Dude.
is a girl or a boy?
Nature
That
check.
would be perfect.
Nature.
Probably better confront me at some point.
Plus
Did you say fuck?
No! Find!
18. For some, I know snakes really well.
I want Innie to roll animal handling and just get like a nat 20 on the Moxie snake.
Would you have gotten a male or female snake?
Oh, Moxie didn't fucking check. She's like, that was somewhat like me. Let's fucking do that one.
She knows how to check.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'm going to
Good.
roll for it.
Even woman,
Okay.
male, odd male.
Female snake.
Female snake. That makes sense.
Was Dewey a guy?
Yes.
Dewey's
I'm not having baby snakes. No.
Don't worry, the Moxie snake is a lot like Moxie. Do you really think Moxie's gonna be like,
Well, maybe. Don't know. You had a sexuality crisis not too long ago.
for women?
That's a good point.
Yeah, to be fair.
Maybe we'll get lucky in Snake's game.
Maybe. Maybe.
A gay snake.
Okay, snake. Yeah.
What if it's a bisexual snake?
Well, then I'd be fucking screwed. That's not good. I've got snakes. I'm happy. Life is good. Life is not good.
Life is good, you're a snake.
next
Life
day-
is bad, I'm in bed crying.
How long are you instructing Ara from what a dragon looks like?
If I do a picture, will that shorten the time I'm explaining dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'll be drawing a picture.
Drawing. You get 9 minutes of it every night. Are you a decent artist? Have we established that or not?
I mean, I assumed I draw. Like, I've drawn the
Sure,
past.
it's a good enough picture of a dragon. He asked for a couple of references on size and that. It says, ask what colour you think you should do it.
Okay, that's fine. I'd probably end up basing on the first dragon I thought.
Sure, blue dragon. Well, I'm not telling the character that I'm doing this. You two off?
Yeah.
See you someday, maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
I'd call, but...
Yeah,
no,
don't
of
do
course.
that.
Yeah, please no. Don't want you collapsing on us. I still don't know what happened. Like, blood was involved, and that's bad for you. So
That's bad for anyone.
It's the juice. Tends to act up whenever you do something not wanted. That's why Dan's not run away from home yet. Well, the second time.
oh,
She did mention it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she did.
yeah.
Royalty's
Forgot about
crazy.
that.
You say that like you'd rather there were avatars of gods running around willy-nilly.
No, that's royalty, so control. We love it.
In any case, enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll stop back at Fires at some point and see if you ever get to leave here again.
Fight's a warfront.
Yeah, well.
Oh,
But it's also where you are most of the time, so
Maybe.
there's some temptation.
Maybe I'll get established there again. I wonder how many of my soldiers are dead. And you leave on that positive note.
joy. I'll say goodbye to Pygmy.
Siri and Pygmy are a bit more enthusiastic. Siri's like... and kind of huffs and sighs.
Yeah.
Her sighing is called bending over.
I'm gonna put the
Bye.
full body into that.
It was... Well, I didn't really meet either of you very much, frankly. I would have liked Naïlo to stop by before she left. But, it was... You seem decent.
You also seem pretty decent.
You're pretty good with my... with Pygmy.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen.
And Pygmy will leap at you. make a spell saving throw.
I seem to fail these ones.
Oh,
No! What?
he's a champ.
Was that
You
plus
are
five?
very
23?
used. You are very used to
No,
catching
22.
Pygmy. You catch Pygmy, who hugs you and then jumps on your shoulders and you're like, get off. And then you put Pygmy on the ground.
Pygmy, I'm gonna miss you. Try not to climb on anyone else's back, they might die.
And then
You're
the
very
two of you leave. You have some travel ahead of you. I'm assuming you are just going random somewhere else, so you have new character to bring in. Cool.
I already
Okay,
know everything about my new character. It's very fun.
great. We can... Do you have it on you?
Sadly, but I can just do some stuff on the spot, so they won't be able to do any, like, rolls.
Maybe you can meet them socially.
I
You
can
got
also
to
do.
do snake.
I can also do descriptions for you.
Do you want to be streets at the same time or?
Probably not.
Okay, meet them both separately. Alright, you start travelling towards, I think you're going through tomorrow, so probably
Yeah.
via your house. Yeah, you probably just go to the next tomorrow.
Oh, I never got to do.
No. Okay, so you're
No,
just
too
crossing the
scared.
border. Knock off some rations. Or money.
I have like 15 rations.
Cool.
Well, get rid of some of them, please.
No, but
I'm
oh,
just
maybe
gonna check my map.
5, sure.
I don't know where you're going.
I am the
What am I-
Russians. I relied on
Sorry.
Naïlo.
Robyn as a DM is just like spiraling
What,
into
did-
madness. Like,
Did
oh
you
my
need rations
I have-
as well?
You have to meet two
Yeah,
new
but I
people.
can-
Okay. I don't know where you're going. This is fine.
I'll help you, Robyn.
You're helping the DM.
Robyn only knows a little bit about my character.
I know generally that I can
This
get
is
you.
fine.
I can get you all in the same country, so that's fine. It's where in the country. You probably travel a bit along the river that's in the middle of Faisal, through the desert. There's plants either side of it. And then you will. I'll stop you in the town just the side of the Tamari border. I think that's reasonable, right? Yes,
Sure. Yeah.
that's reasonable because no towns in Tamari exist yet. I haven't even put in the capital. All is good. All is good.
Robyn's like, oh, it'll be irrelevant. Shit.
No, this is fine.
I'm sorry, Robyn, but it was so poetic for Moxie to also leave.
It's all right. It's a conclusion to a character arc, and you have new characters, so
Yeah.
it's not.
I
can work
I
with
thought
this.
Moxie would die.
What the handsome?
This is fine.
What do you?
Moxie always is so close to dying. I thought Moxie might potentially die, so I made a new character just
Oh,
in
I
case.
see.
And then this happens.
Yep. Okay, so I now use my ruler, and I can get a scale of how long that is. Okay, all is
How
good.
much do rations cost, by the way?
5 silver a pop, so 2 gold. 1 gold will get you 2 rations.
Okay.
No, you spend
Good
around
to know.
3
Where's my ruler gone?
to get a couple rations. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna be broke again. I have 2 gold left.
It's a good thing I have 50.
Tyler's going to keep paying.
Alternatively, I could just eat the plants near
I'm
the
sorry,
river.
my new character cannot give you money.
No, I don't. I shouldn't need the money. I just decided to make swords.
Wait, what,
Okay.
did we get a... Do we get
I don't know
extra
how
pay
long it
from-
is. I don't know how long it is. Do you have a ruler? You've already been paid by Arif.
Yeah.
Like 4 days ago. Wait, here it is. It's fine.
Okay.
If you want, you can ask him for money
I have
before
a
you
ruler.
leave.
Do you want a ruler?
Robyn found one.
Ah, we're probably fine.
Cool shot.
Okay.
Guess what happened? What? Let's go try.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's 9 days travel to the next town. So that's 9 days travel. How many rations have you knocked off previously?
I have knocked off 5.
Okay, 4 more rations. And how many rations do you have left? You will have to take off money that you bought rations with.
Yeah.
So 4 rations is how much silver?
2 gold.
That would be 2 gold.
2 gold.
Rations.
Everyone is going to be a pauper but you.
How does that like?
It's like so sweet.
Tyler's a pimp.
Okay, aside from that, animal handling checks from one of you.
Sure.
For new snake.
Do you want to do animal handling for new snake, or do you want me to do it out?
You don't know how poetic it is that I called the snake Sealy. Michelle does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna go back to
Sealy is Moxie's
Yeah.
best friend.
No, I stayed in fact. Just so you remember.
Best friends.
Moxie can't go back.
20. New snake
Solid.
really likes you.
Of course. Great. Awesome. Love that.
It's sort of mildly disdainful towards Tyler. But
Moxie
it really
was.
likes you.
Moxie was disdainful towards Tyler when she first met
The
him.
Moxie snake is sitting nicely around your neck. Are you going
Try
to
very hard not to cry at this.
I will go offer you a
roll a
hug.
deception check?
Me?
Yes, but hiding tears.
It's not hiding them, just not crying. 9.
Yeah, I know. You're
I just found notice.
you just found notice.
Oh, we're awful.
Oh
Tyler's
yeah,
like-
you traveling together. You see nothing but sand. Nothing but sand. There's clearly nothing in this desert.
Clearly
And
nothing.
that river, like,
Yeah.
barely.
Pray you never run out of food because
Wait,
just
is that
oh,
blue sand? Oh no, that's a river.
But yeah,
Yep.
I'll go give Innie a hug.
So Dewey, the way it tends to end up with the snakes is that Dewey takes offense at the fact that new snake is sitting on you and decides that Tyler is its favorite person.
I'm sorry, Dewey.
And like
So Dewey spends more time with you, and new snake is attached to you.
their names
and they tend to-
rhyme. Dewey and
They're
Sealy.
slightly territorial at each other. Like
Dewey
my
is-
person.
We're their territory.
It's like Dewey and
Well,
Seeley. Their names
They're
are
not running away.
That's a good point.
They have harnesses as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
got
have
But their names rhyme Dewey and Seeley.
And
Happy
snakes
days.
don't get on.
Yeah, no.
Maybe at one point we should train one of these to be.
That's
a
the
messenger
snake's
snake.
character arcs
I
getting
mean,
along.
we have 2 now.
Yeah, and
The
we have to
snake
keep in contact
can
with
maybe get a
without
character
it killing him.
And plus, if need be, you can maybe try and find Naïlo, Moxie, maybe.
Not Moxie should eat the snake. Unless it was
Maybe not
Seeley.
Moxie.
No, if Moxie desperately needed to, Moxie probably would still eat Seeley.
Oh, if you do go to a town, you can. I mean, any one of you technically can send letters to Arif because his location doesn't change and there is a postal service.
Okay, good go.
Moxie doesn't know how to send post.
She doesn't know post.
But
She
the two
spent
of you
like
can
2
if
hours
you
with
ever
a
want
letter.
at some point. Only unless you're staying in a place for like 2 weeks, don't expect a reply.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, so you travel with your snakes and you come to a village called.
Blob.
Brian.
No, it is not called Blob. The capital city actually had a name, I just never used it. Yeah, it was called Nero.
Oh, that's information I should
Not far.
Yeah. Town name. Let's see.
Just 2 dads out in the desert.
I love it. Every second of it. 2 snake dads.
2 snake dads.
2 snake guards.
Solid.
You're pretty much my sugar daddy at this point.
Don't mean to be.
30 years older than me, or 20 years older than me, and paying for everything.
It's called a crossing. It's not same naming scheme as Ivatodo was, but Tamari's a bit like that. You come back into Tamari. There's a rather different look to Tamari than there is to Ivatodo, the town you come into. There's a lot of people about on the streets. Some of them appear to be more full-time there. Houses are a bit more ramshackle. There's wood though. There's some wooden houses, which is
A hazard in tomorrow.
a hazard, but not seen anywhere else because wood is not really anywhere else. And there's like houses built out of halves of ships that are broken.
That's pretty cool.
And there's corrugated metal bits holding stuff up. And there's patches of dirt everywhere, earth in the middle of the desert. And also sand that appears to be slightly glazed over as glass. With slight burn marks on it.
You stop noticing things when you live in.
And there's a
Glass
walk
around.
There's a fair amount of humans. And also a significant population of varying types of elementalish people, Genasi, but you don't necessarily have the name. So some people look ish like Innie, but there's a lot of variation in skin color and how hair presents. And then there's also a couple of people with very silver white skin. This is new, with eyes that have no pupils that are changelings. And walking around with just silver hair. Presumably there are other changelings.
here too. Scary.
But they're not currently. That seems to be the changing space form that they're walking around in. Presumably there's others, but you can't see them obviously. And there seems to be more of a clothing divide wherein there's not priests. Priests were quite prevalent in Ivatoda. You'd go around and you'd see them fairly often. Not so much here.
Okay.
You'd probably be hard pressed to find a holy figure in the town. There's maybe a salon for hairstyles that seems to have is that where the holy symbol is. But aside from that, there seems to be maybe wizardsy people walking around. But it's a bit. You've travelled through here briefly, but I imagine you picked up on not very much, and it's probably a lot to come back to.
Yeah, for sure.
This is home. You're probably quite used to this sort of place.
Yeah. Why do you think I don't notice sand in the desert?
Okay, you're... Has to be some explanation somehow.
Yep.
The two of you are
Believe
just
that.
so oblivious.
I love the idea of passive perception being genetic. Just Tamari is all just, huh?
It's not genetic, it's just we get used to a lot of shit happening.
Oh, fair enough.
Would you... Your character,
Yes.
I will introduce in a minute, and yours.
No problemo.
Okay, so you come in. Where are you? You probably come in about evening. Where are you planning on staying? This isn't your town, and I mean, you can look around for a place to stay or just camp out in the desert at night.
Oh, I want a bed. I want
Okay.
somewhere to sleep.
You wander through town, then I'm going to say that you can find an establishment that is willing to house people who have money.
Alright.
There's someone in robes who has a... Make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Yeah, Arcana.
20.
Oh,
Well, -1 to that.
And he's like, I know everything now.
13
pretty decent.
isn't horrible.
And he just enters tomorrow.
They look to be, that looks to be some kind of magic book at their side. You didn't really know too many wizards, but you think that's what's going on.
Okay.
This is a rather low-ranked wizard, from one of the wizard colleges in Tamare. And they you possibly notice this as which college? Give me a wizard college name, please.
It's not done.
Land of Enchantment.
No what?
From the Land of Enchantment College. They're known for being particularly good salespeople.
So scammers.
That is what you would think of it.
Yeah.
And they give you that salesperson slightly too friendly grit and smile when you enter.
Oh, good. Dickon. I love that.
Ignore them, Tyler.
Are you here for a room?
Unless they happen to own the bloody place. Yes.
We are. Yeah.
I'm just the receptionist.
Do you want 2 rooms? One?
I'll just go on. I can sleep on the floor.
Oh, I can. Yeah, 1 room.
Of course, that is 5 silver pieces.
Alright, that's fine. I will gladly take that. Thank you.
5 silver pieces a night. That covers your food then.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Where are you from? Well, I mean, I know where you're from, but where have you come from? Which direction?
Where have you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Do you want to say, or?
If it told her. Just.
Not too fond of wizards over there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Honestly, you take Moxie out and the conversation gets so dry.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, well, I
Doesn't
can't
seem like
blame
you
them.
do either.
No, I live here, and well, not here, but Tamari, and well, you guys are Russells usually.
I will say, this place is fascinating. I came here through once, but this is really cool, really fun.
Well, adventurers are you? Group of 2, how effective?
We
Don't even seem to have anyone capable of what? Anything arcane?
We used
They're rather
to,
openly sneering at you. You didn't insult them.
we used to have 2 people,
Fair.
and we're looking for more people
Oh,
now.
brilliant! You lost people. Clearly, you can't navigate a desert.
Not that kind of loss, but don't worry.
You go to your room.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Told you I know my wizards. Shit can all go dying.
Have you got bad blood with a wizard somewhere, or just you don't like?
I would not be surprised if they're the reason my house burnt down when I was a kid. They're awful, and they pay too much money, so they just, if you don't want your house to burn down, better pay us money. How much? I can't afford that much. Yeah, well, we don't care.
They're loan sharks.
I think that's there must be a gang member of some sort. You shouldn't be paying money to. It feels like a threat. Is that not a threat right there?
No, because it's not threatening, it's just, hey, we're providing a service, and if you can't afford it, that sucks for you. If you end up homeless, it's your problem. It's like, here it is, but...
Or same, if they're the ones who also set your house on fire after you've refused to pay
there's
the
no
fee.
evidence, and I don't think
That's a
they
gang
did.
thing.
Same thing, I wouldn't be surprised. It's...
Can you roll an insight check?
it's like,
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm getting your.
it's 11.
Sure. You recall that Tyler doesn't necessarily know what Tamari's whole thing is.
Oh, you don't know about the portals and everything, and
I'm sorry.
You know, the elemental planes, where my dad resides. Sometimes it'll just open up here and fire and floods and fun stuff, you know?
Is that why there's so many elemental type people here?
Yeah, the genies like to get around here. Let's just put it at that.
This is... So
Interesting.
portal just open up with fire and... Oh, that...
Yeah, you noticed the glass outside?
No.
On the floor where, like, the sand's being melted. That's not, like, someone like me losing it. That's, like, a portal thing opening. And also, like, all the mismatched buildings from
Right.
issues.
Elemental plane of water almost drops whole ships.
Yeah. Shit happens. You know?
Oh, fuck. Ships just drop in.
Yeah.
That.
But it means we can do farming when water drops in. But that's if there's also dirt that drops in.
So you really need to get tons of portals opening to get all the
We can't
resources.
control it, which is kind of sucks. But it's fine. You get protection sometimes, and if
What do
you're
you mean sometimes? Is that the wizards? That's where they come in.
Or if you're lucky, like me, my dad just gives us fire protection after the house burned down and thingy nearly died. Cadence. I think it was Cadence. Fuck. Names.
So
Yeah.
you almost lost a family member to...
It was fine. He turned into a cockroach and survived.
What?
He's a druid.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Fair enough.
If you know my
fair-
family, it makes sense.
Considering I've only met your father and I was playing a
Yep.
hop with Naïlo.
And he's
I
the
wasn't-
more normal one, other than my actual dad, human dad. It's interesting.
Oh, I can't wait to hear more about this when we are...
Maybe you get to meet them. In which case, I apologise in advance. It's chaotic.
There's a
Thanks
meow
for
and a cat
warning.
that's in the room, jumps up onto the bed.
Oh my god, it's a cat!
It's really cute.
It's
Perhaps.
Oh
It's
my god,
really cute.
it's really, really cute. Can I go over to
Can't keep making more pairs.
Look, shut up, we lost 2 party members.
Yeah.
I need more pets.
Replaced with pets! Okay. Do you want to unroll the animal handling check?
Good.
The DC's. Yeah, you're fine. It's a cat in a town in an inn. I was going to say, it's basically impossible to fail.
Fair.
You stroke the cat starts purring. And headbutts you. And kind of looks over to your bag. And then headbutts you.
Oh my god, Innie, it's so cute. Do you want to come over and stroke it too?
Yeah, I'll construct the cat.
Look, we just want animals, okay?
Yeah.
You'll be back in a minute.
I'm just there like...
Okay, so you stroke the cat and go to bed. Next morning, you go down to a meal. Megan, what's your character's name?
Tepin.
Okay, Tepin, you've recently left Epax. This is just across the border, so you've taken a boat across the river. You probably weren't very happy about that.
Yeah.
And you've come
Not at
to
all.
the border town that's essentially right between Epax, Ivitordo, and Tamari, into Tamari, because you've heard good things about this place. You've recently left your monastery, I believe, in search of... What?
He's kind of left in his monastery in search of something. Just
A spiritual journey.
yeah.
Okay,
Just
you've
something to,
recently
like,
left on a spiritual journey, and you were told it is a place of change where if you can keep to yourself, you have succeeded. And you keep yourself true. So the monk said a lot, but that's essentially what it came down to. Is it's a spiritual test, and so you've come over. You're currently staying at a rather modest inn. You come down the next morning from the evening you stayed at to the area with food. Megan, describe your character. They're having breakfast.
So it's like
the-
in like the thing. You see in the very corner, sitting in a chair, a tabaxi, who is a tabaxi sandcat.
Yeah, we're not a pet.
Who is
Oh god.
That's a no.
Joking,
is
joking.
very, very tall and big for his age. He's like
I don't
the
know if they know your
tallest.
age.
Yeah. He's like young. He's like young. He's not.
Don't know that they can judge tabaxi ages.
Yeah.
There's a tabaxi that's
Yeah.
tall.
Solid.
Looks somewhat youthful. Like doesn't have wrinkles and isn't going grey. That's
I can't
basically what you
tell.
see.
That's under fur.
And he's very big. He's like almost the biggest you could probably, the tallest you could probably
As tall
have.
as you.
Taller.
Taller than
The
you.
taller that you can get a tabaxi to be, like about coming up to 7 foot, like massive, absolutely massive.
I had to look up to someone. How strange.
And he just,
Shut up.
and you just see this tabaxi who, because he has a fair bit of fur, he prefers not to have too much clothes on because he gets really hot in like hot areas. So it's not bare skin because he's got fur on, but he does not have a shirt on.
Well, as bad as
Yeah,
Naïlo.
it's normal.
Solid. I'll take it.
At least you got
No,
two
no,
nipples or anything. It's just fur.
Then you're fine. Then we're good. We're good.
Also, right behind him is like a spear, like the same size as him. It's somewhat intricate-ish. Not like Naïlo level weapon, but somewhat like. It looks like it might have some form of symbolic meaning. Yeah, and the cats just go. The Tabaxi just because he has claws. He can't exactly do this, but he's going with his like claws, just tapping them against each other like this. Just like for how big he is, it looks like he's tiny because he's still like.
Oh, he's really
Slouched
slouching.
over with that cat spine. Did you leave your snakes or take them down with you?
We probably left.
I'll leave all what?
Snakes.
Snakes.
We probably did leave them off.
Sealy's still around my neck.
Okay, you're wearing your Sealy and
I'm probably
my
left
city.
you in the room to go
Julie's
eat
in the
breakfast.
cage.
Sealy's just
You've
not
harnessed
off my
on
neck.
though, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's your
I have harnessed and Sealy.
wrist with a essentially it goes around your wrist like that and the lead comes off it. So
Can
they
you on
can't.
my shoulder like here so I don't have to hold on to it?
Well, it's on your wrist.
Okay.
It's not like you're holding it with your hand.
Yeah, still got it. Still good.
Some amount of metagaming is needed. Please go interact with me with me as a character.
He's not going to interact with you. You can see him. He's like this.
Innie,
He's sitting by
somehow I
himself,
noticed
you can
something in the
join him.
corner of this
He's sitting by himself, looks fairly nervous, and seems to be a fellow adventurer. You can go sit with him for breakfast, I'm sure.
If you notice something, sure.
It's
It wouldn't
better than
happen to
yours.
be the cat in the corner, would it? The only thing you ever seem to notice.
Maybe.
Yeah. Do you want to go talk to them?
We do need more party.
Yeah.
We need more people, yeah.
We
Well,
don't have to.
No, we got.
We
We
kind of do
have
if you want
to.
us 5. Let's go talk to them.
Yeah, let's go.
I can't wait for sales pitch. Join us, we're totally great.
That's
why everyone's left.
please.
Alright. We're gonna stroll to your table.
Yep. To go. Do we need to get food or is the food on the table?
The food will be served to you.
Okay.
You're in a fairly fancy place.
Alright.
Not like properly fancy.
But-
I mean, compared to the palace you've been staying in.
Compared to like the road, fancy.
Significantly fancier than the road.
Oh, fair enough. Hi. It's nice to meet you.
Can we sit?
We can leave you alone.
That's what I'm not planning on.
Is that snake trying to kill you?
No!
Oh, no,
His
no.
road is snake and it looks like it's gonna kill you.
No, Sealy's
it's
from
a-
a friend.
Hey?
It's
We had a friend who left, gave me the snake, and the snake's attached.
To you? It's like,
No,
not
no,
attached.
it's
It's literally
just-
attached.
No, I
You
can
really-
take it. I can take it off. See? See?
It has wings.
Yeah, it does.
The snake looks at you disdainfully. And returns to Innie.
I don't think the snake
The
likes
snake doesn't like anyone except me. I'm special. I'm kidding.
Snake doesn't like me yet.
She will.
You're a tall fellow, aren't you?
I could say the same to you.
Yeah, you're kind of the tall
You're
one.
quite tall. Well, actually, I can't tell yet. I mean,
It's a
you're-
cat. Cat's always like 3 feet taller than they look.
but is it alright if we sit down with you?
Is your hair gonna set fire to the
No.
No, there's no
on.
issue.
You're in tomorrow. Surely you've seen Genesee.
I only been here for like a day.
They're everywhere. People like me.
He arrived late
Right.
last night. You weren't looking at people. What is your passive perception? I need to know that.
Yeah, what is?
I think it's I know it's.
Oh, you don't know it. Never mind.
No, yeah,
Tell me next time.
I know from like I've been watching. I know it's fairly okay. It's
So
over
by
10. I know it's over 10.
Good, cool.
So-
You're higher than Tyler.
The only way it can be lower than 10 is if you're negative wisdom.
Yeah, he doesn't have negative wisdom. He's a monk. He doesn't have negative. So yeah, but he did just like travel over a river, so he's kind of like and just stumbled into it. And was like, "You go, no more money."
People have truly seen no genasi before,
Yeah, and
which is a miracle.
even if he did, he probably didn't see the fire genasi.
I mean, there are different types,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, "I have a fire."
Alright,
No, so it's not gonna set anyone on fire.
Okay, because I'm a bit of a flame hazard.
That's a good point. Don't
so
worry,
you gotta be
sir, I
quite
won't
careful
set you on
with
fire.
that thing.
Be careful.
Oh,
Plus, there's a picture of water on the table if you do.
I don't
So-
like water.
we were gonna ask you, are you an adventurer by any chance?
I'm on one. I don't know if you class me as an adventurer. I'm on. What do they call it again? I'm on a spiritual journey.
While you're on the spiritual journey, can you... What do you do?
What are you seeking?
I don't know. They kind of just chucked me out when I go there, and I was like, okay.
Kind of sounds like you were just abandoned rather than some spiritual
Yeah.
journey,
No,
to be
I
honest,
was
mate.
abandoned at the monastery, and then they were like, and then they tried to like raise me, and then like they were like, you gotta be on your like spiritual journey to be like one of us. So I'm doing this now because like
Well, what are they like? What do you have to achieve?
I don't know. They kind of were just like, you need to find yourself. I don't know. I'm right here. Like, how am I supposed to find myself?
They said a lot about inner peace as well. You're not sure what that's all about.
Something you clearly don't have.
That's what's in your eyes, but yeah. Just stay-
Well, you can calm down a little bit. Neither of us have any, like, bad intentions.
I am calm.
Oh, I'd love to see you when you're manic.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you're just very scary right now because you're like big and tall and like muscular and you have like weapons and stuff. And that one's house on fire. And you got a snake and the snake's gonna snake and that snake is glaring at me.
The snake is glaring at you, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then like,
Well, sorry about the snake and your appearance, I
and
guess.
like I slipped up like when I was going last night. Like I slightly hurt my butt a little bit because I like slipped on some glass on the floor and then I landed on my butt and then like I kind of landed on my tail and I hurt it and.
God.
Do you want to have food? Do you have food
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hi.
Well, are you going anywhere? Like,
Sure we want this one.
I don't know.
I don't know. My name's Tepin.
My name is Tyler Elway.
Oh, with 2 T's.
Yeah.
2 T's in a pod.
Yeah, that's the
That's
right.
the same.
Yeah, 2 T's.
Hi.
I'm Innie.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Hey, Innie. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So are we here to look for work?
I thought we were going to Mollarium for your lizard. And we can stop
A
by...
lizard?
Well,
Oh,
yeah, I've got a lovely pet lizard. Not dangerous at all. His name's Crusher.
Crusher grabs onto his tail. Crusher?
Hey, sir.
if you want, we can stop by my house at some point as well.
Alright, sure. Well, if you're not going anywhere in particular for your spiritual journey, you can always come with us.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think I could find myself at your lizard?
If you do good, yeah, maybe.
At least it gives you something to do whilst you try and find yourself.
I've already done my hands here in my body. Yeah, I found myself.
Not your physical self. You're like...
You're...
Are you a monk?
Spirit. No.
But you seem like you know yourself. You feel like you found yourself because you know what I...
I mean, no one... I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't... I wouldn't say I know myself, but I'm pretty happy with how I am for the moment. Things can change.
Okay.
But we can discuss this if you do want to travel with us?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay, alright. Innie, so we need to get more rations from this town, don't we?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh no, don't worry. Do you want to get to know them while I go and get some rations and just things from the town?
Sure.
Alright, that works. I will be back here later.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
They will try and scam you, by the way, so try and negotiate down
Okay.
the price.
Whoa, you're
Tyler's so good at that.
Oh yeah, slaves. Yo.
really tall
You
when
have a big
stand up,
axe to
Tyler.
choose, or big
More just
weapon.
hold it near me at all times, you know.
Not necessarily hold it near you, just make sure they can see the flames. Easy.
That's a big sword, Tyler. You're very,
It's not-
very tall when you stand
A
up.
max or a sword?
No, it's
Yeah.
a wall. It's a big club
Sorry.
smack thing.
Oh, that's like your You're very tall when you stand up.
Can you stand up for a second?
Just a head taller than you. Also, he's fucking built.
I think I should be the one that's a little bit afraid of you, my man.
You're very tall, my guy. That's
My guy, my man, everyone's male.
Oh, you gotta slip into us some quick one. Bros, homies.
yeah.
What's a homie?
I'm not even gonna try. You or my friend, maybe.
Yeah.
Friend? Oh.
Okay, how many
What's a
rations are you
friend?
buying?
Oh my
I
god.
am buying more 10 gold. Get me?
How many rations are you buying?
10 gold would be 20.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, probably spend 10 gold to get.
So
20.
you try and buy 20 rations. They're like, oh, of course. You want 20 rations? That will be 13 gold.
Don't fall for the thing like you did with the
I'm sorry,
slaves.
13.
Yes, 13 gold. The market price.
I will gladly take that.
Oh, Tyler, what a
It's
chap.
just like the slaves.
You pay 13
No,
gold
you
to get
should-
20
you
rations.
should- You should have
No,
seen
I
it when
don't.
he did
I
with the
don't
slaves.
fucking care.
I don't want to see Tyler with slaves.
Tyler's like,
Slaves
oh yes, that is definitely enough for a tiefling female.
Okay. I don't fucking know. I'm Nicholas. So that
If
would
you're
get
selling
me.
something, always drive the price up. If you're buying something, always drive it down.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know the exchange of rations. Actually, would I know the exchange of rations quite well?
I
mean,
feel
I've
like
been constantly buying.
You've
them.
bought some.
You've been
Okay.
traveling, but Nyla's been doing a lot of, like, prep for
suppose.
everyone before
Yeah,
setting
Naïlo
off.
was kind of looking after everyone, and now Nyla's gone.
No.
Let's say it's good we didn't get attacked.
No one would have noticed.
Probably because you didn't spot anything is the reason why you didn't get attacked. You didn't see anything to provoke to get attacked.
I saw a dagger, but it wasn't for murdering people.
Dagger.
Dagger.
Okay.
Just has a summon dagger.
Oh god, no.
Horrifying.
Yeah, so you go back in. You two have been presumably.
Chatting.
You can talk if you want, or I'm going to say that you pass amiably good small talk.
Tepin's not good at small talk at all. I mean, like, it's just like.
You don't have a hostile interaction.
Yeah.
Innie talks
I
awkwardly.
explained what a friend is.
You
to
explained
her.
what a friend and what a homie are, and Tepin is possibly understanding them now. So you bring back 20 rations to divide however you want.
What is up, my homie? Is that how you use the phrase?
Yeah.
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 Oh, these
Starts like trying to do like.
started to do. Wow. I can see you were productive in the time I was gone.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, I got 26 rations. We're going to the desert. I don't want to run short anytime. Do you need rations? Do you need anything?
I don't have anything. They didn't give me anything. They were like
They gave
mortal
you
object
Are you
weapon.
sure?
That's the only thing they gave me because it's like they were like mortal physical objects tether you to the
Food? We'll tether you to the ground
tether
for
you
sure.
to the physical
Well, I think it's
realm.
the lack of food is going to
Te-
push
te-
them to the ground.
tether you to the physical and don't allow you to explore the physical. They're not physical, it's spiritual. And they were like so like
You can make your own way in the world, Tepin.
yeah, they didn't
Go forth on your spiritual pilgrimage.
yeah, they
So
didn't
they
even
gave
give me
you-
money. This is just what I just had a little bit of money. I don't
And you spent all of it on the room first night.
yeah.
Oh, you poor thing.
The only thing I have is the spear.
That reminded me of you, Innie, when we first found you.
At least I knew when I was getting scammed, and I had nothing because I got stolen.
I'm not.
That's true.
My stuff got stolen. I didn't get
I'm
stolen.
not getting scammed.
Oh no.
No, you.
No, you're not.
No,
You just.
no.
How much money did they give you that you spent it all on one?
They
room?
didn't give me anything.
How much money
They
did they give you?
They gave you 10 silver, 5. You spent 5 on the boat trip and 5 on a room.
They gave me like the bare minimum. The only reason why they gave it to me is so I could have somewhere to stay, and then after that I'd have nothing, so I wouldn't be tethered to this physical realm, as they so call it.
I think that
sure
one's
you want to
dying.
return there because
I have to.
Wow, you're giving them bad. They gave you 10 silver and you decided to waste 10 of it in one day. That's not on them. But I suppose it's only your interpretation of it.
Alright, go. What time is it?
I don't know. I can't read a clock. They don't have clocks in the monastery.
Oh, that's
did you
miserable.
learn to at least tell the time by the sun or something then?
No, because I'm always inside.
Did they not have windows or anything? Did they kidnap you?
No, she was
If there's
abandoned.
windows,
He was abandoned. Okay.
you're not supposed to be able to tell the. You're not supposed to be able to tell the passage of time because it means you are still somewhat attached while you're trying
Do they
to
not want you
connect.
to
It
be
means you're
attached?
still.
Were you raised by people that were still alive by any chance? Because
They're alive. They're definitely alive. I think.
There were windows. The windows freaked you out because it was a bit high up.
Yeah. There were windows, but I don't go in the window rooms. The window rooms are scary.
Yeah, it was a monastery on the side of a mountain.
Have you ever left the monastery?
No.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay,
Fuck, another clueless.
when were you abandoned
Person.
at the monastery?
I don't know. They just kind of said I was abandoned.
So you don't remember anything before? Oh,
No, because apparently they were like one day.
Concerning.
Apparently one day they just had like
At
a.
least they had to make shit to fuck up like Moxie did.
They like had like a booming noise, and then suddenly there was like this little like oh what's the word? Hi. There was like a little thing. I don't know. They just said I was there. There was little baby me, and I was just there. And they were like, "Oh, that's a big baby," and then they took me in.
Okay.
Apparently, and the only thing that was on me apparently was like this little like collar thing around my neck with like a little jewel with a little like piece of stringy like thing and like a little see-through like a marble thing like this, and he just raises his like foot like over the he's like struggling because he's in the corner like
Be careful, please.
My God.
And he really told you any fall might kill you.
he lifts off his foot, and on his ankle there's like the exact kind of thing you described, but it's on his ankle because clearly his neck is too thick to fit on his neck anymore. So he's like, and apparently I was naked. That's the only reason why they could tell I was a boy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting story.
For sure. So you haven't left the monastery at all, and you're too scared to go.
Members of society.
No, they
could go.
didn't let me leave. Really?
You're lucky you met us or we met you. Like
Why?
you would have died on your own.
No.
You haven't been in the desert yet, have you?
I crossed the river. If I can cross a river, I can do anything.
That was on a boat that you paid for, which
wait
was
until
guided
you're
by
attacked.
people.
Water is scary, man.
Okay.
If you know, like I can find.
You had to travel from the monastery to the river, but one of the monks came with you for that.
Yeah.
Oh.
If I could travel down mountain and I can cross a river, rivers are scary, man. I can do anything.
I used
Do
to
you
live
know
next to the
what-
sea as a child,
Yeah.
and the sea's a lot bigger.
Rivers are scary.
Tomorrow may not have been the best place for you to start out.
Yeah,
gotta
maybe
say.
not.
He said there was a place of connection and spiritual things and me.
That is
That's-
true.
From what I've
That's
heard.
also why
yeah.
there's a lot of jealousy around, but
Me.
how old are you?
Huh?
How?
I don't know. I don't know my butt. Like I said, baby on steps. You'd really think I know how old I was?
No, okay, how long were you at the monastery?
I suppose.
I don't know.
Don't
I can't read clocks. Wait.
Let's just assume 5.
No,
that
wait.
seems accurate.
5 years old. I'll give it 6. 6 years old, yeah. Oh shit, it's not 6. Did they not celebrate your birthday at all?
She's older than 15.
I was at the monastery for like
Was that 20?
17 years, because 17 is apparently a special number or something.
Oh,
I might have been 1, I might have been 2. Because I was a big
So-
baby, they didn't know if I was 1, told baby, 0, 2, 3.
So they
We're-
think it's somewhere between 18 and
Like in-
16 and 18. They don't know.
Yeah.
They think you're maybe 17.
Yeah.
Alright, 17, I
Okay.
guess. You're quite young to be travelling, I will say.
That's
You-
the part. That's the reason they send you out. So then when you're an adult, you know things.
Did they at least teach you anything about the outside world when you were in the
They
monastery?
they taught me how to connect.
That's gonna get you fucking killed. That is, wow, that's murder right there. They sent you out to get murdered. They didn't give you any
They
information.
sent me out to find myself. I know that there's like lots and lots of they said there's a place with lots of gold, and this is the place of gold.
Can you confirm this? I'm
Look out the window.
What?
There's a ton of gold on the floor. It's golden,
Oh,
not actual gold.
you fucking mean
That's
sad.
sand, and
Yeah, golden floor. The golden floor.
that is everywhere in this.
Yeah, so I was told
That's-
that. That's what they told me. It's a golden floor. It's a golden floor, not of actual gold, but gold of like
There are
grains of
4
something.
kingdoms that's not just.
I know. They told me that. They told me there was like 6. There's
Hey,
no.
they told you the fucking colour of the ground. That's great. This is
and they
great
told me.
start.
They told me it was
Sure.
very, very hot. Very, very hot. There's a place where there's like it's filled with salt.
The ocean.
The ocean, good.
And there's like a place where everyone's like constantly moving. And there's people who are like horns and stuff.
Tiefling.
And there's a place where there's like
Moxie. So
Well,
that was Wellable, yeah.
there's a place of like
I remember things.
there's a place where the royal family are like
Oh, we just
godlike
came.
people.
We came from there.
Yeah, that might be Yvonne. They're pretty
That sounds about right.
fucking godlike there.
And then there's a place that's like
Praise be.
and then there's the down there place where the people are apparently like all like hey and they're very pale.
Not all of them. Some of
Oh,
them are
you
quite
mean the...
nice.
Oh, that's where Naïlo's from.
Yeah.
Wow.
A non-traveling
Underdog.
companion.
Yeah.
And I would avoid that place.
At all costs. Never go down there. You are young. You'd be disciplined. It's not fun.
I've
No.
been disciplined all my life.
Not like
No,
this.
yeah.
No, you...
How did I get
It's
disciplined?
Ooh, it's-
more like
It's
nature.
horrible.
I got hit to be disciplined.
Ooh, do you have all your fingers?
Yeah.
Of course I have my fingers.
Kids stand there, sometimes don't.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, some people are born without fingers.
These people had their fingers removed.
Oh, that
Oh,
doesn't seem
yeah.
that nice.
So don't
Yeah, it's
Don't
it's
go
it's
anywhere
kind
near
of a
it.
bad place.
It's very bad.
Why would it be a bad place? Oh, because of the fingers.
Yeah, because of
Okay.
There's
But I thought
many
you had a friend from there.
yeah,
they left there for
left
good-
for a reason.
for good reason.
Okay.
Most people stay there because of the god that rules it. So
The Spider Lady.
don't say.
Let's call her Spider Lady for now. It might be better than her name.
She's better than her name, but it's better not to mention her at all.
That's a good point.
They only said there was it was like a person and they were like Spider Lady.
That's all the information you really need.
Yeah. You
And
definitely
then
know
there's
their name.
and then there's the one with like the moons, and then there's the one that's like
That's
whoa.
Naïlo's god.
that sounds unlikely to be something you know. Monastery? Maybe.
Fine,
gonna
let's say
say-
no fucking way.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one. No, you've only heard about Spider Lady. Moon people, completely never.
That's
You've
fine.
not heard of them.
Okay.
And there's like I don't know.
You've heard of Monorium, which is where everyone fights each other all the time.
And then there's like the fighty place.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
I've got so many duels and fights waiting for me back at home.
Yeah.
Just laugh, sorry.
Okay. Well, don't go back then if you don't want to fight people.
Oh, but I'm gonna have. I need
Fighting
deer back.
people's not
I
that-
need my.
Yeah, that's where we're heading now.
I need my
Big
steed.
lizard.
Why are you
Crusher.
taking me to the fighty place if I'm supposed to find myself? I'm not supposed to find
Well,
other
you can
people.
find yourself in a fight, maybe.
Yeah, but to find myself, not fight other people.
Yeah, but you see, you might find yourself in pretty much any scenario. Like, you never know. You kind of just have to do things until you're like, that's me.
Yeah. Is there anything you really enjoy, perhaps?
Yawn?
You
That's offensive.
Sorry.
That doesn't matter.
I don't know much, but that's offensive.
Okay.
Just because.
You hate the water. You have a whole...
Yeah! Do you know how hard it is when your fur gets matted because of the water?
Races
And
you've
also-
grown up alongside is Tabaxi, and also there are gnomes where you're from,
Yeah.
so you're aware.
It's offensive.
Do you enjoy fighting? You seem to have a weapon with you that the
Yeah.
monastery gave you.
Do you know how to use it?
Do you know how to fight?
No, I don't go.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
Can you fight?
Do you think I would carry around with me a 6-foot-tall spear if I didn't know how to goddamn use
Yes,
it?
maybe.
Kind of,
but-
yeah.
Yes.
From everything we've learned so
I
far.
might be incompetent, but I'm not that bad. Now that's also offensive.
We're just trying to make sure that you stay
I mean, Innie,
alive.
when we didn't even know if you could fight. No, you
I'm
can.
still here.
You are.
That's a good point.
I'm just saying we've had to experience this once or twice.
Well, I'm not the flame any person. Sorry, I'm not good with names.
It's fine.
Alright, well. Okay. Is there anything else we need to do in this town?
Unless we're gonna find another adventurer here, I guess we could leave. Or are we gonna stay another night? Or
I mean, I've got the rations we need, but do you want to rest another night here? I don't mind either way.
I don't
Not
have enough
first.
money to stay here.
Well, then I guess we,
should probably go.
yeah,
What's
probably
the
head off.
time?
Wait, what time is it?
So that we're not leaving at like 10 o'clock at night.
Currently, 40+7.
Okay, awesome. Good, good.
In game, it's the morning.
Well, it's already morning. We can probably head off if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. On your way out, you are approached by Sorry, I'm picking a race.
No worries.
I've got options.
Yay. Options.
I'll go with a human. Let me deliberate too long. A human woman who's currently heavily pregnant.
Oh my
Um,
god. Oh my god.
No, it's all good. It's all fine.
She has a weapon at her side, but is clearly not going to be using it. I saw that you lot appear to be adventurers.
Yes.
Yep.
I was wondering if you're looking for a job.
Are you okay, miss?
Well, I'd much rather be out on a job, but I've had to take a break.
Of course.
Sure.
Are you gonna?
I mean, what kind of job is it?
Yeah. Can we know before we take it?
Of course, I'd rather we talk about it, mind
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the non-streams.
Do you need help carrying the weapon, or are you okay?
I'm quite alright, thank you.
Just wanted to check. Alright, let's head off.
What problem? Right.
Tepin?
You gonna die?
Tepin, she's not gonna
No,
die.
it's quite the
No, she's
opposite.
yeah.
Opposite?
There's a baby.
I'm pregnant. Not dying.
What's pregnant?
I'm going to have a child.
Oh, no, I don't want to have to
I
go
don't
back
know.
again.
You're
No,
gonna have
not
a child?
again.
Don't they just like appear on your doorstep?
No.
That's
I'm
what I
so-
did.
No, it's going to be very painful, I'm sure. Now come along.
Tepin, it's all
Don't
good.
worry. You don't have to go.
Are
through
you
it.
okay, mister? You need any help?
I do not need any help.
Okay, because I don't want you to like explode.
She won't be. I'm so sorry.
Nothing's managed to explode me yet.
He lived a very sheltered life.
Very extremely sheltered.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to be polite.
Okay, so you come into a relatively small but fairly nice house. This one's sandstone.
Tepin has to duck under to get in the door.
And then she looks at, brings out a piece of papyrus and shows you a map.
Tepin definitely has to
Across
duck
the
into the
desert.
doorway.
Yep.
Good girl.
This is the map to the crystalline caves.
Ah!
Well, one of the entrances. There's multiple.
Any
Yes.
reason we're going down?
This is the one that my husband found. Hadn't let anyone else know because obviously all the treasure will be gone if other people are going down the way you're going. He took the rest of our party and headed down there recently. I am obviously not going at the moment, but I normally do.
Of course.
And they haven't come back in expected time frame. I was wondering if you'd go and investigate.
How long have they been gone?
Well,
When were they supposed to return?
when were they supposed to return? They didn't tell me they'd be away, what? They're a week late?
Yeah, we should probably
Yeah.
head off
Take the job.
rather fast.
Yes. Payment-wise, well, there's the map. This isn't this is a newly discovered entrance, of course. The sand's shifted over to recently reveal it, and this information alone is almost enough. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of treasure down there, and if you find my husband and his party, I'm sure they'll be able to split whatever they've currently found. Is that amenable payment?
Yeah.
I would definitely say so.
Yep.
Tepin.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Okay. You take that and take the map.
Well, wasn't expecting to get a job so soon, but we do need extra funds if we're...
Didn't Aaron?
Well, I mean, we got paid
Yeah.
4 days ago.
Oh, I wasn't talking. It's fine.
A good day to
You're
you.
a party of agreeable idiots. Free labor? Okay.
Someone left us!
And
It's just a
there's
party
gonna
of
be a ton of
himbos.
stuff there. It's fine.
It's a party of himbos.
I thought you were going to try and at least roll a persuasion check and fail hilariously.
Nah, why would we even risk getting a higher pay?
So much to lose, isn't there?
We could have asked
Tepin's
for food.
happy if he's getting any form
Ask
of
for
like
rations.
anything.
We could have asked for food.
Can we go back and ask the fee?
You just left her house.
Fuck, okay, fine.
You can
we're
knock
going.
again if you
Yet
want.
again, Tepin's ducking under.
But I feel like you just made your deal.
Maybe we should just
No,
go.
we're just going.
Yeah.
Where are we going, guys?
Do you need to get your stuff from the inn? 'Cause I've got.
Yeah, mine needs to
Sealy,
be.
but- yeah.
Yeah, do we? I've
Do you
got
have
my
anything
things.
left at the inn?
All I have is my spear. And he's just holding it.
I need to travel
I want to
light.
talk to Stephen quickly. You three are free to discuss talking for over travelling.
Well,
Or
it's
do you want to leave it
also,
there?
it's also 44.
Sure.
I mean,
We can end the session there, or
My mum
I mean,
can
sure.
pick me up after 8.
Yeah.
cool.
Perfect. For me.
Well, yeah, same as me, but
Session can end there. You've picked up Tepin, and you're heading towards Tristan Caves.
I love Tepin.
Cool.
or would it pick up after 8? Or
After 8.
Okay,
Halfway.
oh, then we can probably.
Okay, I still want to talk to you briefly.
Sure.
And you three can talk among yourselves for travelling, get to know each other.
Can we go back to the inn whilst you're not here and just grab our stuff and wait outside?
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay, awesome.
You can talk about snakes doing things. I trust that you'll make them do fine.
Snakes.
I'm training Dewey to do 5 backflips.
Maybe
Reasonably.
we should introduce Tepin to our snakes.
That would be a good
Tepin?
idea.
The snakes have wings.
Yeah, and they're harmless. You have claws.
That one's glaring at me.
This one is a little shit. Okay, it doesn't like people.
that much. Yeah, no.
What's the shit?
It is
It's a curse word for poo.
What's a curse word?
A bad word.
a bad word you shouldn't really say, but adults say it anyway. Children aren't supposed to say it. You're 17. Is that old enough to know curse words?
Am I 17?
I
We'll
don't
go
know.
with your 17 if anyone
Yeah.
asks.
Okay.
You might get cheaper stuff. Like
Maybe. Child tickets. Oh, works.
The snakes.
but I'm not sure how many people are going to believe us with this hype. But
Well, it's so ridiculous they might have to.
that's a good point. Anyway, so do you want to? hold Sealy?
I would recommend doing it with Dewey.
Yeah, let's do Dewey first.
Dewey's just gonna... I'm gonna just hold out Dewey in my hands. And just kind of push it towards you a little bit.
Why don't you, like, pet his head? Just, you know,
Like
just
a
sort of
single
gently-
paw and just
Just be very gentle.
scratches it with a claw.
I'll probably say that Dewey doesn't. He just kind of sits in my hand.
Yeah.
He's not doing much. He will just kind of swirl around my
Maybe
hand.
smile.
Yeah.
As much as snakes smile.
Yeah, he'll maybe hiss at you a little bit.
Friendly hiss.
Friendly hiss.
Friendly hiss. Like a happy sort of...
It's making a noise at me.
It is a living animal, and of course it's gonna
I
make
know,
him.
but it's hissing.
It's a good.
It's a good hiss. Hiss is the only sound like this animal can make. And there's like happy hiss and...
Have you never seen a snake before?
I've never seen a snake with wings.
I suppose.
Well, it's just like a normal snake, just
friendly
it can
and
fly.
friendly.
Snakes
and...
aren't friendly. They wrap around your neck and they go oh, and then they kill you.
Okay, these ones
That's a
don't. These ones are too small.
Yeah,
Currently.
very small. I don't think they're gonna grow too much.
The snakes.
Maybe we should have asked that.
Those snakes.
Get the manual. We still have the manual.
Yep.
The
we'll ask
snakes can still kill you because they could like slither in your mouth.
They can, but you see the thing is, these ones like us, so they won't.
Doesn't seem like it. It's glaring at me.
It's glaring at you, not at Innie.
So it could still kill me.
Why don't you try petting its head? Look, I'll hold its tail so it can't hurt you.
Poke.
Yeah, it probably recoils. It's fine. You know how you don't like it? It doesn't like you either.
Then why did you make me touch it?
Because the more you get to know it, the more you'll like it, and the more it will like you.
No.
Yes.
Maybe.
That is, hopefully.
Hopefully it's
The
how it
less
works.
afraid you'll be.
I mean, Dewey's very friendly.
Yeah.
Dewey's very, very friendly.
And
Dewey.
Dewey, that's
That's his name.
This is Sealy.
Dewey.
I'm putting Sealy back around my neck because
Yeah. Dewey can just kind of hop into my shoulder.
I'm 100% adventurous. I'm definitely wearing Moxie's scarf around my waist.
Waist.
Yeah.
Well, why?
Come on, I'm gay, Megan.
Fair. Yep. Yeah. No fair.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain Innie had a crush on Naïlo, can't lie.
Naïlo's a woman.
Not Naïlo, fuck Arrow. I keep getting them mixed up.
Oh, you're like female. Wait, no male.
Yeah.
You're like male.
I like
I keep
him.
thinking Arrow.
And then there's Shields and Tyler.
Yeah, but...
I was.
Shield and Tyler, bromance.
I was actually getting more used to Naïlo.
But now you have me.
Now I got you.
We have a good relationship.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Hi. Cool. I assume you didn't try and attempt anything that was completely drastic.
Trying to get.
Tepin touched Sealy's head and Sealy recoiled and...
So did Tepin.
Yep, and Dewey hissed happily when Tepin scratched the head.
And then Sealy ate Tepin's eye.
Honestly, I'd love to see Tepin and Moxie interact. That would be...
That would definitely be interesting because you'd have to play both characters.
And
Or-
fight yourself.
Yeah, all I can say is Tepin met Naïlo, Tepin would be terrified. he'd be like, ah!
This is the person from the place where their fingers are lost at childhood sometimes.
Okay. So, you have a 9-day... No, you've been travelling for 9 days to get here. You have a 2-day trek, maybe, to the nearest entrance.
Okay.
That they've... Or so that they found. It's a slightly more obscure route, so...
How many rations? Am I
Possibly
knocking
some
off?
difficult terrain in there.
How many
6.
days was it?
It was 2 days.
2 more rations off.
So, and I assume I have all the rations. Assume.
Yes.
I'm just delegating. Yeah, 20 still, we're
You're
good.
the only one with money.
Hopefully gonna get more money.
Okay.
At some point we could, like, I don't know, kill a mice that we fight for.
Sorry.
On your second day's journey, about midway through, in the middle of nowhere in this desert of mismatched... Oh look, there's a portal at one point that opens, and there's just fire in the sky that appears.
Oh, fuck! Oh, I didn't expect to actually see that.
I wonder if my dad's there. Oh.
No, that's fucking horrifying.
Oh.
Let's just walk quickly away from the fire in the
That's
sky.
completely normal. It's safe as long as we stay away from it. So we're gonna go this way.
This way now, come on.
And leave.
That's
Okay, so you do that. You travel for another hour or so, and then you see another figure in the desert.
Oh,
Stop. It's fine.
Rather short. You can't necessarily tell from.
You're gonna look so protected with like 3 tall like that.
Just like.
From such a great distance, I imagine they're not
A
necessarily
black figure.
not necessarily on the horizon, but you can see kind of with like a almost antique kind of blackish grey rug completely just thrown over themselves. They're caked in
Sand.
well, sand and also clothes. Effectively, you can't see anything of their actual skin, and they appear to have a hat on under their hood because it extends further than their head. And kind of before any of you even realize they're there, they're just already walking down the other side of the dune.
towards us or
Away.
just? Do we?
Are you
That
serious?
And then a
be the
little bit
person
later, they
we're-
walk back up the dune and start walking towards you. Head down.
We could be looking for that. We don't know if we're.
I've only heard legends of this, but like, is that fucking Grim Reaper?
That thing's not gold.
No, the ground is meant to be gold, not the people.
But it's on the ground because it's on the ground.
As they approach still some distance, they kind of pull off of their back like a black round shield. You can't necessarily tell entirely what it's made out of. And there's a emblem of like a white raven.
The black thing's moving.
It's
Well,
fine.
they're
It's
not coming to attack at least, but
Well, I mean, they get
that could be the
fair.
person
Wait,
we're looking
attacking?
for.
Tepin just gets out his spear and is like,
No, they're
No,
not
put the spear
attacking is the
away.
point.
Put the fucking spear back. Put it back.
As you draw it, they just kind of stop in place for a second there.
I'm sorry, are you gonna kill me?
We don't mean to do any damage or any
Yeah,
harm.
Are you gonna kill me? Okay.
Then
I trust you wholeheartedly.
I will start walking slowly towards them.
Are you okay?
Are you the Grim Reaper?
Are you the Grim Reaper? I will hopefully get close enough
Are you?
to see a bit more.
Sure. I suppose they're very deliberately. I mean, make a perception check if you're trying to see more.
Damn it! I should have brought my stuff.
That's actually,
Tepin's the perception.
14.
yeah, that's actually pretty good. You can see under the kind of like rug-esque cloak, kind of like a little straw bowler hat. It's black, obviously.
It's gotta
and
fit the stuff
It's got like a little white straw, by the way, being a strange thing for it to be made out over here. And it's got like a white silk kind of strip around the outside of it. They seem to be focusing primarily. Well, they seem to be looking towards the ground, but they seem to be focusing very intently on all of you. The smallest things from each one of you is causing like a little twitch in them.
Do you have a name?
Are you lost?
That we can.
I mean, you're out here by yourself. You are lost. Is there anywhere we can try and direct you to? Where? Probably
Yeah.
the best question to ask.
They just kind of like gesture with their arm outward towards the desert.
Are you trying to find yourself too?
I don't think so. No.
You wouldn't be looking for some caves by any chance?
Do you not know where you're going at all?
Can you talk?
Anyone speak Celestial?
Wait. No, I speak primordial.
You two would definitely recognize it as Celestial, having
Yeah.
gone to the wedding. You just kind of hear like, kind of a young woman voice. It's slightly off-putting, definitely different to what you heard at the wedding. And you can tell it's Celestial, but you can't tell what they say.
We need Ara.
Oh, we do. Do
you
you speak
underst-
any common?
Do you understand common? I assume so. You've been
Well, yeah,
answering
you
our
can answer some
questions.
questions.
You don't understand.
Robyn, my brain's done. What do gnomes speak again?
They now speak
Gnomish.
in
Gnomish.
a tongue which
Can
I don't
you-
think you've ever had.
Can you speak Gnomish?
Giant?
I don't think you've ever had the name of this one set out, but Sylvan, being like
You've
the
heard
fancy.
It's so,
Yeah.
and you've heard it in the Syrian Arab have used this.
We have some friends who can understand you.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're not with us.
The friend thing. Okay, cool.
And then in Primordial, hello.
Hi.
That I can
We can
understand.
speak.
Okay,
that.
good.
Do you
Hi.
speak primordial? I don't
In-
think you do.
In common.
We might not be able to talk to each other at all.
Tepin, I will explain to you in a bit, but this. I'm guessing you don't speak this.
How tall is this creature?
Oh yeah,
Let me
now,
just
now,
know.
now that
Yeah.
they're close, you can. They're probably somewhere between like 6'4", 5 foot, very small.
6'4".
No, sorry, not 6'4", 4'4". So
How did you have to
The
bend
cat.
down to see under this hat?
Oh, I was really squatting right there.
He's almost double.
yes, they are very small.
Wow.
You're not a child, are you? Just so that we're not
Are
at
you a
risk of
child?
killing a kid.
Oh,
I am.
Oh
no.
So, you're going to try and...
no, but like
sorry.
because you're a kid, we need to
how old
look
are you?
after you more. Sorry.
How old are they?
How old are you?
Well, I'm somewhere in the range of 10 to,
Another person doesn't know their age.
15.
They're like the size of me when I was like a toddler.
And now that they're gesturing, it's still like... Their cloak is clearly bigger than they are by some margin. So it kind of causes like little downward dangles whenever they're gesturing.
So they've gloves or.
No, but you can't see their hands
You can't
anyway.
just
So,
floppy material.
Yeah.
Are you hurt?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good start.
That's a great start. Okay, you're not
Are
hurt.
you hungry or thirsty?
No.
That's...
What are you all up to?
I don't know. What is it?
We're heading to some caves to find some people who might have been lost.
That sounds like fun. Could I join you?
This is definitely not the adventure we were looking for, but
It's another
better than
adventure.
leaving you in the desert alone.
Yeah, we will gladly take you.
Yeah.
We might need to leave your side. I don't. Do you feel comfortable taking a child in that cave?
I'll be
I'm sure it's
quite
fine.
alright. My parent and my grandma taught me well. Or parents, sorry.
What did they teach you
They're
exactly?
just talking about their parents and not
What are parents?
the people that raise them.
Parents
In primordial, is this?
yes.
They're the people that like raise you. It's like
I have lots and lots and lots and lots of parents.
they are parental figures, but the parents are specifically the ones that birthed you.
We haven't
I don't-
discussed that one yet. We haven't discussed birthing. They were confused by the pregnant lady, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Don't worry.
We have time. We have time to discuss this. It's fine.
Do they need help?
No. Well, intellectual.
At this
maybe.
point,
I could probably cut the baby out and
Oh no, it's not pregnant.
and then Tepin just starts digging a hole with his claw.
You don't understand what they're saying, and you don't.
Tepin's just like,
No, he isn't pregnant.
And the lady, she's
She's fine.
he's
fine.
going to explode.
No, she's
No,
not.
she's okay. They don't understand.
Much.
Why do you want? I
Yeah.
suppose you've helped with a couple births, maybe.
no.
Oh,
That's a little bit more.
terrifying.
Let's
I've never
go.
seen another child before.
Oh, where are you from? Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, not here.
That's good enough
Yeah,
answer for me.
That's,
You're not here.
Okay.
they're not from here.
We
They're not
need
from
to
the gold.
continue moving
Yeah.
if we want to.
Yes. Before we carry on, do you have a name that we can call you?
It'd probably just be best if you picked me a name. My mummy said I shouldn't give my name to strangers.
You have a good
That's-
mother.
Actually, that's pretty wise advice. Okay.
I've not named a child before.
Neither
my
have
dad.
I.
Oh,
But let's not look to
sorry.
that one for advice.
Grandma reminded me this is rude. And they lift the hood up and kind of lift their head with it. And now you can see that underneath, you're not sure why they were trying to seemingly hide, kind of like a hazelnut skin human. They've got like kind of probably a little bit longer or shorter than shoulder length hair. Actually, no, probably a fair bit longer than that, actually. It's like a fairly dark brown color, and both of their eyes are almost black, similar to Michelle's, very deep brown.
I keep forgetting that.
Well, that you have brown eyes?
Yeah.
And what should I call all of you?
The big one, that's Tepin.
You hear your name, but
He's asking for
They're asking for your name.
She's
They're a woman. Yeah.
asking for our names.
Tepin.
They don't speak.
P
that's not any script.
I- N. Hi.
Oh god.
Yeah, sorry. I'm Innie, and
I'm Tyler. Tyler Elway.
Innie, Tyler. Are those your real names?
Yes, it is.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Is that not a bad idea? I'm a stranger. You never know what I might do with that name.
I've never considered not
No.
telling my normal first name, yeah.
Huh.
But I suppose because you're a child and your mum wants you to be safe, it's better if you give
Makes
another
more sense.
name, yeah. It's because we're a little bit older, I guess.
Are those familiars? They say, pointing to your two snakes.
Oh,
No, they're just pets.
no, this
Is that a familiar?
Why are they pointing at me?
They're asking if you're a friend of ours.
It's
Oh, friends.
That's
What
They're
is
not.
up, my homie?
he's a travelling companion of ours that we picked up a few days ago.
Is this how you do it?
Yep, that's
Yep,
right,
that's
Tepin.
exactly right. But yeah, no, these aren't familiars.
roll a d6.
A D6,
I want
me.
to see the chances are that the symbol you made is insulting in one of the languages you know.
6.
Alright, time to roll insight. They're probably just being a dumbass. Oh yeah, they're being a
I like
dumbass.
how you have to be the most trusting idiots and then the most suspicious child ever.
Tepin is still technically a child as well.
Oh fuck, we just picked up two and you're almost a child.
Yeah,
You're
that's fair.
I have got 3 kids now.
It went from pygmy
Three
to
dads
3.
now.
It is at least 18.
It's
yeah,
fine,
I was
they know
gonna
how to
say,
look
yeah.
after kids at least, and
Yeah, that's not
Tepin's
I'm
maybe
19.
maybe.
Potentially.
Potentially.
I just think
Well,
it's better
even
to
then, I
treat
still
Tepin
we
like
still
a-
have one child
yeah,
that's probably more
That's
adult.
a very child.
How far away are the caves, by the way?
They were only 2 days. We
We're
were
half a day
planning.
travel from here.
Well, it's not too far from here. It's half a day's travel.
Right. Well, every hour or so I'm going to disappear for 10 minutes or so and I'll come straight back.
To where you are or where you would
According
have
to
been?
us.
Just so over. Do you know something?
Okay.
Well, we respect your privacy. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, shall we get moving? We do need to.
Next to you, Dewey is doing nodding whenever you nod.
Oh,
Hopping over shoulders. The Sealy, on the other hand, is sitting on your shoulder,
Well,
looking somewhat suspiciously. Flicks out their tongue in your direction.
Oh, I think it likes me.
not.
Not quite yet.
Hello. You're not a familiar. What were you gonna call me? I want to introduce myself.
Yvonne?
Yeah.
That's the name?
Yvonne. It's a pleasure.
You trying to reach for it?
They're gonna. Well, I want to try and roll animal handling.
Go, yeah. Try and stroke a snake.
I'm gonna remember stat.
You're female, which is in your
really,
favour.
really wanted to get high number.
That's 28.
28.
Plus 8.
Oh, actually, it might be 26. It's huge.
You reach out towards the snake, and the snake, which has previously been rather disdainful of people, sees the female person, hops over to your arm,
Fucking
and climbs up to circle around your head.
In Moxie, words of Moxie, you're a creepy little fucker, aren't you? I like you.
And knocks into you slightly.
Yeah, Moxie's like, you're a creepy little fucker, aren't you? I like you.
It likes
She
me.
does like you.
Start stroking in a very, off-putting way.
Well, now that the snake likes you, let's go.
Yeah.
I feel so heartbroken. The snake didn't like me at first. Still doesn't like
really
me.
love you, but Dewey didn't love me either. So.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Dewey seemed to like you less since she got Sealy.
I'm sorry, Dewey. Do you like me more now that Seely's with Yvonne?
Dewey hops over to your hands for a bit, although Sealy immediately comes back over to hiss at Dewey, who then hops back over to Tyler.
Well, we can see how this works out.
At least we don't have to worry about baby snakes.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I hope we don't have to worry about
And
them.
Sealy then goes back over to you.
I don't even
For a
know
bit.
what language you guys are speaking anymore.
I assume still primordial, so it's
Yeah.
something we can understand.
I made this character with Moxie in mind. Damn it.
They
Oh well.
Do they speak Infernal? I made Tepin really anxious with Naïlo in mind.
Oh, fuck! And now you fucking can't speak to each other.
Let's go. Teamwork.
I'm sure you'll pick up primordial fast with the rest of the group speaking it all the time.
3 months it should be. Unless you pick up common first. Which honestly seems more likely with Tepin being Tepin.
God, we have to start going to cave. Cave we go with two.
You
Don't-
come up
don't
to
let
the cave entrance.
Yvonne and Tepin in a room alone to each other because Tepin's gonna be like,
Isn't Yvonne okay name?
It suits the purpose. It's not real. And you recognize me by it.
Okay, that's fine.
And you come up to a tunnel that, from the outside, looks a lot like sand, but you in particular, possibly you might both be wisdom characters, see the glinting light a bit further in.
Maximum.
Solid.
And I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, because oh no, that means there's probably gonna be something where I'm gonna have to make a roll.
Yes! I was stopping before we got to rolls.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.